I've been doing this a long time. I know how to do a talk show. I've been doing this a long time. I know how to do a talk show.
Suck my dick.
No.
Police stop my car. Police stop my car.
No.
The police made me stop. Walk a straight line and blow a balloon up.
No.
Police stop my car.
You son of a bitch.
Police stop my car. The police made me stop. Walk a straight line and blow a balloon up.
Loan me $50.
They wanna wish me a sober Christmas. That's why they have to pull me over Christmas. They say they're just making sure that there's no open bottles in my car. They wanna wish me a sober Christmas.
No.
That's why they have to pull me over Christmas.
No.
They say they're just making sure that there's no open bottles in my car.
No.
Police road a block. Police road a block. Police road a block. I can smell their donuts as they smell my breath.
No.
Police road a block. Police road a block. Police road a block. I can smell their donuts as they smell my breath. They wanna wish me a sober Christmas. That's why they always pull me over Christmas. They're gonna let me out on bail this Christmas from the bottom of their heart. Police lock me up. Police lock me up. The police lock me up. 'Cause when I blew a 2.1.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins.
Oh!
Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Oh!
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins.
Come on, let's have a goddamn party here today for crying out loud. Instead of those long pussies out there like that jackass from Alabama that calls before. Let him stay there with a banjo on his ass.
Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins.
Thank you, Wayne.
Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
Okay, so he's going to sell out our hockey team, so he's lied a lot. He's got a bad complexion. He's got a really freaky, bad, balded head. But doesn't everybody in town want to say thank you to Wayne for doing the right thing with the Dolphins today?
No.
Why not? Why the hell not? Don't you want to get on your hands and knees for Wayne?
No.
Why not? God damn it.
No.
All right. So anyway, here we are. It's 10:09 at WIOD. Happy Thursday to you. I'm ecstatic. I'm getting my Dolphin season tickets again. I'm going to be the most enthusiastic fan. This isn't a case of jumping on and off the bandwagon. This is a case of doing something based on principle. We don't need a bunch of sourpusses out there. Let's get somebody with a good sense of humor like Jimmy. Well, he may not have a good sense of humor when it comes to the game itself, but I think that he's like a little more in touch with reality, with like what's going on around him. And all you people out there that were so recalcitrant all that time, I don't understand it. I don't get it. They took that poll like about 4 weeks before the end of the season. Almost everybody. They wanted Jimmy in. They wanted Shula out. Wayne finally did something great, and I think it's National Thank You Day. Everybody in this town should call up and say, thank you, Wayne.
No.
Why not? Come on. Show that spirit. It's the 11th of goddamn January. Let's make a New Year's resolution. We're going to support these Dolphins now, win or lose, thick or thin, as long as we got a coach who's alive. Sounds good to me. Even if he does keep Gary Stevens, which I can't imagine why he's going to do that, but that's what the rumor is. Who cares? At least he might kick him in the pants a little bit and wake his ass up and say, hey, guess what? That yard and a half in a cloud of dust and throwing 60 bombs a game, that ain't going to get the job done. So are we ready to really celebrate?
No.
Damn it. I'm celebrating Melissa Ruggieri in there. Again, you do it every week, Melissa. You're predictable and a beautiful thing. You piece of turd, you. First of all, she's got a big thing about his Bill Tanner coming back to town. You think Bill Tanner's coming back?
No.
I don't either. Not if he's smart. Because I think all those kids grew up anyway. But anyway, and that goes on about Y100, of course, on air, which is another, that's just another David Ross thing, you know. And then we hear about J&O, which nobody here cares about, and John Picano, who's the ops manager at WoWo in Fort Wayne. Home of the Fort Wayne Comets hockey broadcast for many, many years, and maybe it still is, I don't know. And then we get a thing about Love 94. And then this is the best part. If you haven't caught them yet, the WIOD AM 610 Musketeers, Neil Rogers, Phil Henry, and Rick and Suds will be at the Aventura Borders Books and Music Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. selling their best of CDs and cassettes, which benefit Center One. She actually got all the info right, the right time, the right place. Nice going, Melissa, sweetheart. And I know you're listening right now. In fact, it's obvious from this column you're listening to WIOD every day, even while that board op from Big is whispering in your ear. Speaking of Rogers, she says, anyone catch Larry King on Henry's show on Monday calling WIOD the worst talk radio station in the nation and Rogers the worst talk show host ever? Anybody catch that?
No.
As if that's the big story. Another little shot in there, right, Melissa? I'm proud, like I said yesterday, that's the proudest moment in my life to be vilified by a petulant Larry King who just can't take the fact that there's anybody in this country got the balls to finger him the way that I have. And he liked it.
No.
Yes, he did. So thank you, Melissa, for, if nothing else, at least being consistent. Our Center One total, look at that, 130,341. We're over that 130 hump, and we got like 20 days to go, and we need a little under 20 grand to get to our 150 goal, which I think we're going to do. Because guess what? As Melissa says, this Saturday we'll be at Borders in Aventura, noon to 2 at 199th and Biscayne in North of Dade up there. And that should be great. We should have like a line of people up there kissing our rings for saying thank you for, like, bringing about public pressure and being responsible for one of the greatest moments in the history of this community.
No.
Yes. So it's 10:13 at WIOD.
Pack his brainstem in a box. Make him swear like Brian Cox.
Yes.
Bye-bye, Shula.
Thanks, honey.
Pack his records in his grip. Get him off this sinking ship. Bye-bye, Shula.
Oh!
Oh, he was great, but that was in 1892.
Yes.
Century Village wants him, but he's not a Jew.
Oi!
It's been great. See you round. Get the hell out of Miami town.
Yes.
Shula. Bye-bye.
Suck my dick.
Shula. Bye-bye.
Honey, we
Take a puff of my white owl. Oh!
Come on, let's have a party here today.
No.
Yes.
No.
10:16 at WIOD.
No.
We have all the date lines wide open here, which I don't understand. Aren't you people ecstatic? This is the day you've been waiting for. It's going to be official today. 4 o'clock this afternoon, the guy with all that big freaky hair is going to be here. Jimmy Johnson, who drives a beautiful Corvette. Even if it is filthy, it needs to be washed desperately, which everybody can see that. 751 WIOD. Come on, let's have a little enthusiasm here.
No.
Yes!
No.
God damn it, what's wrong with you people, you sour pie in this town, huh? This was so important. Everybody, I was asking that whole day, that one day I kept asking, why is this so important? It's a football coach. And evidently people got upset about that because it is important. That's all we got here. Look at those date lines. Let's have a party.
No.
Come on. Wake up. Get with it.
No.
You mothers. Come on, just one time, okay?
No.
Here's Lake Worth on the purple line. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to thank you, first of all, for all the good times in South Florida. And
Well, you're welcome. Welcome to the worst talk show in America.
Hey, you got that
Ever.
right. The only time I miss this show is when I have to leave South Florida because I am a truck driver. But other than that, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Hey, the other thing I want to
You
comment
say
is
so.
on the Jimmy thing.
Yes?
I am ecstatic about it. I'm a Dolphins fan, and it was not a surprise to me. I thought that was the right thing.
I say that that all the tickets to that stadium, all the season tickets should be sold out as soon as the announcement's official at 4 this afternoon. Everybody should buy season tickets and sell out JRS just like the Patriots did last year, even before they start, okay? And win or lose, through thick and thin, it's going to take him a couple of years. He ain't going to perform a miracle overnight. We go out there and show a little enthusiasm for a guy at least that's alive.
I'll tell you one thing. We
Until he
have a little bit
starts
better
slipping.
talent than what he had left after the Landry fiasco, because kept dragging on and dragging on.
Right, we didn't have no 1 in 15 season here.
Exactly.
Or 3 in 13 or whatever the hell it was. It was 3 in
But
13. And then Jimmy was 1 in 15.
Regardless of that, I think that he can do something a lot quicker than 1 year. And even though it happens in 2 years, we'll have fun in those 2 years, and I know he's going to pack it in because we're going to be playing great football this year, in this coming year. And, hey, I'm looking forward to going and see you at the games because I definitely want to be a season ticket holder.
All right.
And, hey, I think it's going to be happening back in Miami, and the Dolphins are going to be right on the top.
No.
All right?
I'm with you, pal.
Thank Neil.
I'll see you there right on the 50-yard line.
We'll be, well, it's not in the 50, on the 4 section, but way up
Well, no,
there.
you'll come and wave. Just throw some crap down. Just throw some cups down with a little bit of schmutz in them.
We'll be up there.
Okay, pal. Have a great
Have a
life.
good one. You too. Bye-bye.
See ya. Purple line is open. That's now the Everybody mobile line for all you Mobile One and AT&T wireless customers, and those of you who don't like any more BS on your cellular phone at Pound IOD. We got the whole deal going now for everybody. You're not closed out anymore, and we pay for it. How do you like that? That thing should be smoking these days, just like our listeners. Speaking of that, here's a lady in, we got to do the mobile on their dime. How come you called on your dime? Hello?
Oh, how you doing, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Oh, listen, this is the best news I heard in a long, long time.
No.
And for the first time, I agree on something with you.
Yeah?
I always listen to you, but I never call, and I like
Well, it
you
goes to
very
show you, if you
much.
wait long enough, sooner or later, we'll agree on something. How do you like that? If you just give me a chance, give me 20 years, and we'll agree on one thing anyway.
That's probably. I admire you for your courage and the way you talk to people.
That's right. Tell
Hey,
it like it might be.
Well, I think it's wonderful.
All right, I'm glad you're happy, pal. You going to be there at some of the games?
Oh,
You going to give us
definitely.
your tangible support?
Listen, I'm a die-hard Dolphin.
All right.
And this town should be excited. We owe a lot of respect to Shula, but it's time for a big change.
Time to change those undies, right.
That's right. We need a big winner, and I think we're on the right track now.
All right. See
All
you
right,
there,
thank-
Pally.
Thank you much.
Adios. Arrivederci, whatever you are. We have an open line in Dade, 751. We got one on the green line. I want to see, a real outpouring even before the official announcement. And I'm proud of the fact that I had enough foresight to tell you 4 or 5 years ago that we were on a steep decline, that this BS of continuing to lead people by the nose out there and tell you, oh, something's going to happen. By the way, the Panther defense sucks. I just want you to know that. 3-0 lead last night, then 4-2 in the third period. I'm going to tell you another thing, that Jovanovski, man, you got to clear it out of your zone. You can't play like that, Eddie, okay? You're a little on the weak side these days. You're going to be good someday, but not right now. And then the geezer plays great. He does this all the time. Play great the whole game and let in one greasy goal that tied the game, and we wind up with 1 point instead of we should have had 2. But, hey, we'll be okay. We're still doing pretty damn good, our Panthers. They're, And then there's the article here, which almost makes me believe, which it's wishful thinking on my part. I keep reading these things about the arena. And about they're going to have Broward's going to get their act together, and before it's like the end of the year, and the proposed arena may do this and may do that, and they're going to make a decision on by the 30th or 31st of the month, and then before the deadline that Wayne is imposed. So maybe we can actually almost like Wayne a little bit if something good happens.
No.
Right? Well, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm getting carried away. I'm just in one of those positive moods for one time, because for crying out loud, what else have we got here except a lot of drugs in South Beach? Yeah, that's, like I said yesterday, they had a big thing on Channel 7 News, which I go desperate. I'm even watching, I will confess, Channel 7 News now a lot. I'm embarrassed to be watching it, but not too embarrassed to admit it, because I will not watch Channel 4 since they fired my friend Barbara the best. I would never watch Channel 6 with that silly suspended Tony Segreto. And I might watch Channel 10 News if they didn't have that Jimmy syphilis on there, encephalitis. But, so anyway, they had a big thing about all the bars, especially the gay bars, being raided on South Beach because they're looking for drugs. I mean, don't they understand that's all there is over there is like drugs on South Beach and a lot of pretty bodies all stuck up and mostly fags anyway. But what's the big shock over there? Oh, there's drugs on South Beach? What a concept. We just discovered it. Anyway, So we got nothing else good going on. We got Jimmy Johnson signing today. Everything's going to be phenomenal. We don't care if the market goes down another 100 points. We're not worried about small potatoes like that. We don't care if Hillary has her finger in a cookie jar. We don't care what's going on. We care about the fact that something good finally might be going on here that we all want, even if we don't give a crap about the Dolphins or football or anything else. Something we're like making a movement into the 20th century.
No.
1023 at WIOD.
News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
The worst talk radio I ever heard in my life was on WIOD. No. The worst talk radio I ever heard in my life was on WIOD. No.
This station stands for nothing.
Bill doesn't have a clue. We dare to call him leader.
No.
Does he really care about those rolls of fat?
No.
But something's not complete since 92 in November. Yeah. 'Cause his wild white teases our minds. And everything seems so discreet. But she's lying through his teeth.
No.
People catching them cheat. They're just denying. Suey. Hillary is calling.
No.
Okay, 1028 at WIOD. I love that. WIOD, Georgia's taking a dump or something. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil Rogers?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay.
Listen, I saw the Toronto
Well, what
game
kind of a
last
phone are you on? You got like a cozy over that thing
night.
or
Like
what?
one of those portable insides.
The worst.
Listen, I saw the highlights of the Toronto game last night.
What do you mean I see the highlights? I have the game. I saw the game.
I missed it. I saw the ESPN
Leafs
2
5,
highlights.
Kings 4. Oh! All right. 8 games over 500. We're kicking ass, baby.
Hey, that was a physical game.
Matt Sundin is God.
Man, I missed it. It was too bad.
It was great.
I just called you to say that the Toronto Maple Leafs are the most physical team in the league.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay. That's all. I'm not sure.
Tell him yes again.
Okay, yes.
No.
Yes.
Okay, pal.
Okay.
Go Leafs, go.
Later.
See ya. Ty Domi and Ken Baumgartner, that's the kind of guys he likes, and Jamie McCowan. He likes those, and Sergio Momesso. He likes those goons out there, the enforcers. That's right. The Leafs are making a big move, baby. You can almost smell it. We have an open line and date. I don't want to see no open lines here today, I'll tell you that. We're having a big party. We're celebrating. I'm going to be positive. You people are the ones, I've been punching around since yesterday, since it became very obvious, even to Jimmy's mother, that he's going to be here. It's official. He's going to shave off his head and have a bald spot. And I'm flipping around, and there's like no enthusiasm. This is what everybody wanted. They've been talking about it. You could puke from all of the speculation that was going on. There was even speculation going on in Dade County. And now it's like, yeah, who cares? Bunch of sourpusses is what we got here. We finally got something good to grab onto, something to be positive about. And what do they got to say about it? Basically nothing. Look at that. Even that purple line, which is now for everybody that even used to have a cellular phone, even if you don't still have it, pound IOD, that thing is open. 1 in Dade, 751 WIOD. We should have these phones should be smoking off the hook with Jimmy Itis today, saying thank you so much, Wayne, for finally doing something that we wanted.
No.
Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Hey, listen, I cannot thank Wayne without thanking you at the same time.
That's right.
Inseparable thanks. But
Wayne and I are inseparable.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah.
But
me either.
Also, listen.
I don't like that complexion.
Yeah. Listen, you know how you've been talking about, Wayne in the Dolphins for a few years. Why are they giving Joe Rose? Why are they talking like he's the one who was negative about the guy? At least, you say the right.
Why is who talking?
Well, on that station, I listen a little bit. I have to admit it. But they keep pumping up Joe like, you were the only one negative and you were...
Yeah, right.
What do you make of that?
Mm-hmm. What do I make of that?
Yeah.
That they're full of crap like they always are is what I make of it.
Yeah.
Anybody with 2 ears knows better than that.
Yeah, but I guess they believe it.
Yeah, no, they don't believe it. They don't believe anything that they say. They also don't believe that they're going to have any great numbers or that they have any listeners. They don't believe any of that. They know that they're desperate over there, which is why they keep trying to rip us off. They even have now attitude liners. If you listen to their station, which I do every now and then, they have attitude liners like we do, which I'm embarrassed about ours. We're the asshole station. Whatever that is, whatever they say.
Yeah, what about their segue going from, the shoeless sucking to now the Jimmy sucking in less than a week?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
it's called no credibility, which they never had in the first place. And I will give credit where credit is due, because he is listening, and that is that fat Hummer over there did break the story before anybody, and now his good buddy Suspended Tony on there. They even got promos on Channel 6. Tony Segredo broke the story first. He did not. The Hummer broke the story.
All right.
So how do you like that?
It
goes to show that everybody in this town is full of crap.
No.
Except me.
And me.
Right.
All right, Neil, thanks.
Okay, pal. Bye. Yeah, let's stand up for what's right. Just for once in our lives, let's stand up and be counted.
No.
We have an open line in Broward, 524-WIOD. We got one in the green line there where the drunk lady finally passed out on the floor with her bottle of Grandma Boone at 1-800-944-9463. 1-800-944-WIOD. This is a great day. Mark it on the calendar. It's beautiful out there. The sun is shining. It's like 70-something degrees. It's going to be fantastic. We got reason to have a smile on our puss. Something just good happened, that's all. It doesn't make any difference what it has to do with. It's just something good. When's the last time you can remember something good happening here, huh? When's the last time? Maybe March 1st, 1976, when I came to town. Since then, not too much. Well, we got the Panthers, we got the Marlins, we got the Heat. That was pretty good if you're a sports fan. But this transcends that. This transcends it by miles. Here's, doesn't it? Here's Pompano Beach. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Let's party, buddy. It's
Right.
JJ Day.
All right.
Did you see what kind of car he was driving yesterday?
That Corvette, a nice dirty Corvette. Now he can afford to get that thing washed. Now that he doesn't have to depend on that money from Fox anymore. Now he's got a real income coming in.
He can get Spencer to watch it.
There you go. Good idea. I like that.
Hey, you're absolutely right, because I'm a season ticket holder. That last year was my first year, and if Shula was coming back this year, I wasn't renewing.
Oh, I know a lot of people like that who were just at the rope's end. They had no more and wanted no more of it. No mas.
I will be now, though, definitely, no doubt.
Great.
I mean, it's worth the money to know that, you got a guy that can put a team together and get
at least there's an effort being made to bring in a guy who's had great success, who is in the 20th century, is not going to put up with Brian Cox's antics, isn't going to put up with any bullcrap, is in control, is in charge, and is like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is a motivator instead of a guy who's trying to live off his past successes from 20 years ago, standing around with his arms folded, like wondering what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. He might actually be JJ will actually be involved in the game.
Right. There you go. Wouldn't that be something exciting?
And now all we need is, because it looks like, he might be keeping Gary Stevens. Hopefully he can kick him in the ass a little bit and get him to stop running that shovel pass and maybe get him to run some more running plays there.
Yeah.
And we might be in good shape.
And I want to say it again, Emmett Smith has got like one more year, and then he's a free agent.
I know. A lot of
He'll
people
be
are
a free
talking about
agent.
that.
I wouldn't be at all surprised. Wouldn't that be? I would get on my hands and knees and kiss the ground if the Dolphins had a running back who could actually run more than a yard and a half at a time against a good team.
That's all we really need is a running back and a good defensive pass rush, and I mean, we'll be right up there.
Yeah, an offensive line, a defensive line with a pass rush, a middle linebacker who isn't, spitting at the crowd, and maybe a secondary that isn't as porous as a sieve, which is a lot of work needs to be done.
And another thing I wanted to say, kind of a request here. I know we've been talking about, what's his name, Larry King all week. We're not really talking about him. But,
Larry who?
No.
See ya, Jeff.
Did anybody request that I've Got a Bald Spot instead of Under the Boardwalk, that song?
Oh, what is that called, by the way, George?
Bald Spot.
It's called Bald Spot?
I don't think I heard it all week.
What a strange name that is. Okay, you got it, pal.
All right, thanks a lot, buddy.
And have a great life.
You too.
We have an open line at Broward. We're starting to get these bastards awake here today. I'm not just going to sit back here. I'm turning on the sports shows. They're talking about the Heat. They're talking about caca. They're talking about. What's wrong with you people, huh? What's wrong with you? She was the best piece of ass I ever had in my life, to be perfectly frank. And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. What's wrong with you? Are you losing your senses or what? We got an open line there on a green line in Palm Beach, and if there's somebody who's not drunk beside that crazy bitch that called before, you can use it right now. We pay for it. How do you like that? Do you like it or not? 1-800-944-9463. It's 1036 at WIOD. Melissa Ruggieri, by the way, says this is the worst talk station. She heard somebody say that.
The opinions expressed by the host, guest, or callers on WIOD are not necessarily those of the station or its sponsors. All WIOD programs are copyright 1996 by WIOD Incorporated. No tape recordings or transcripts may be created or distributed without prior written consent of WIOD Incorporated.
I don't have a bald spot.
when the sun beats down and burns the top of my head. And when my employees laugh at me, I wish I were dead. I got a bald spot on top of me, yeah. Should I paint it, plant it, or cover it? It's all up to me. Up to you. He's got a bald spot, just like a billiard ball. He's got a bald spot. I feel 3 inches tall. He's got a bald spot. Please help me, Ron Pope. He's got a bald spot. I know how Larry King feels. He's got a bald spot. Bald spot. Oh! Oh, when I painted my head, my wife, she said, she's out of here. And when I go to the John, the guys are using my head for a mirror.
Yeah, but
I've got a bald spot on top of me, yeah. Should I paint it, plant it, or cover it? It's all up to me. I like it. I like it. He's got a bald spot, just like a billiard ball. He's got a bald spot. I feel 3 inches tall. He's got a bald spot. Please help me, Ron Pope. He's got a bald spot. I know how Larry King feels. He's got a bald spot. Bald spot.
1042 at WID. Do you think he really knows how Larry King feels?
No.
So we got 2 open lines in Dade where they dropped off to show the tremendous... With Dade is where the problem is. That's where the enthusiasm is lacking because all the Julios there, they don't know from Yimi Janssen. That's the problem. I got news for you. Janssen plays for the Leafs, okay? So anyway, we got some good stuff here from our friends at the Amish country, the Natural Cheese people, or is that the Natural Cheeses people? And I got some of their Havarti with dill and some of their Swiss with almost no carbohydrates, by the way, and also some sliced boar's head, bologna, ring bologna. God, is that good. Just a little snack, Mom. Don't get panicky, okay? Just a nice little snack with almost 0 carbs here this morning. And I'm back on the Atkins, and I'm feeling great, and I'm just full of it today. I am loaded with it. God, that cheese just like melts in your mouth. Those cheeses. Here's the lady in Lake Worth that George is so fond of. Hello? Hello? What happened to the lady in Lake Worth? Hello?
I just talked to her.
What do you mean you just talked to her? Hello?
Like seconds ago.
Yeah. Well, she's drunk, okay? Leave that bitch alone, okay? Put her on hold. Do something with her. Stick her on hold. Let's go to Deerfield. Hello? She's probably having a party over Jimmy. Hello? Deerfield. Oh, it would help if I pressed the button. Hello?
Neil.
Well, I got so excited about the drunk lady that I got my finger on it.
Ooh, too excited.
Yeah.
Neil, this is a great day. I'm glad he's finally announcing it.
Yeah?
It's the best thing that's ever happened to our football team in 20-some years.
Yes?
And as far as Larry King is concerned, he's blown for 20-some-odd years.
No.
You know, I was unfortunately stuck listening to him early mornings about 5 years ago when IOD used to carry him.
Us.
Yeah, and he was even a misfortune then. I had to work very early in the morning, and I had nothing else I could reach other than IOD.
And last thing I heard, his radio show has vanished. You can't find that anywhere, can you?
No.
Right.
That would be a plus.
Yeah.
That would be a definite plus.
No, it is a plus. His radio show is off because he went on in the afternoon because Mutual couldn't make any money on an all-night show, which figures. And so they put him on an afternoon drive, and they thought that all the stations in America would drop their afternoon drive shows, including us, to put that bald-headed geek on the air, and they all said the same thing.
No.
Yeah, and I had a chance to watch Big Wilson.
Yeah.
He was lame. He might have been nice, but...
He was a good guy, but he was not one of the greatest entertainers, that's right.
You knew him. I didn't have a chance to meet him, but he might have been as nice as the day is long, but he was lame. He played the piano, and he did tinkle a lot on that piano.
He tinkled all over everybody. He was a good guy. I liked Big. He was a friend of mine, and I liked him, but his show sucked, let's be honest.
That's for sure.
Right.
That's for sure. Neil, thank you.
And that's Larry's idea of talk radio, is going back to that stuff from before Jesus was a baby. That's why I like Shula so much. He likes all the old guys from before, Methuselah.
The big smooch, the big ass kisser. He used to put me to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No.
I was trying to deliver bread. Now I end up having car accidents because of him.
That's why we had him on the air. It was better than taking all those pills he's always peddling.
Yeah,
and that halcyon.
sure.
Okay, Pally.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Pally. See, I'm starting to say that now, too. Pally. Oh, God, do I hate that. Jeff Lai says that all the time, and it's always so insincere, too. Hey, Pally. Oh, get out of here, you silly goose. Open line in Dade, 751-1 in Broward. That Center 1 totals $130,341. Don't forget, get into your Borders, books, music, and cafe stores. You still got 20 days, 3 weeks to go before our campaign ends the end of January. And we'll be at the Borders in Aventura this Saturday, noon to 2. Phil and Rick and Suds and me. And we want to make that $150,000 so bad we can almost taste it. We could smell it. Here's a fax that says Rick and Suds, Neil Rogers, and Phil Henry spelled right. On behalf of National Thank You Day, thank you for not mentioning a damn thing about effing OJ's video. It seems that every damn channel had some crap to say about it last night. Shame on them. We love you. All Environmental Recycling, Inc. We love you guys, too.
No.
Yes, we do. OJ's video. Yeah, OJ can wipe his ass with it, okay? And anybody that goes out there and buys that video will be shot on sight, okay? $29 to hear the man lie some more. Haven't you heard him lie enough yet? Haven't you heard enough lies about O.J.?
No.
Yeah, there's the guy that had Bobby Shapiro on. He had every one of those goddamn grave-robbing lawyers on his show and just loves sucking their ass.
No.
Yes. Let's do a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great. Welcome to our party, sir.
Well, thank you. Would you like to talk hockey for just a minute?
Sure, whatever you like.
You know what I
We
find?
got a point last night, and the Leafs got a couple. We'll take whatever we can get.
What about Gord Murphy, huh?
He's the only defenseman we got.
He is phenomenal.
I love Gord Murphy.
When I was watching that game when they were down 2 men, when they were short 2 men,
right?
It seemed to me that watching them try to fight off those 2 penalties is almost as exciting as scoring a goal.
Right. Oh, yeah, that was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the
way,
rest of that defense, Svela and Karkner and Jovanovski, those guys got to butch up big time.
Well, you know something? I don't know if you've ever been out to Denver, but you lose your breath real fast out there, and I think they were just gassing towards the end.
Yeah, but
there.
Denver got back like at 1:30 in the morning from Boston because they had to make up that game that was snowed out, so they had like almost no sleep.
Yeah,
and, you know, if anybody should have run out of gas, it was them. But we got this new deal now where we had the same thing in that Caps game here. You got a 4-2 lead in the third period, and you can't protect it. We had a 3-0 lead in that game. How can you blow a 3-0 lead when you're supposed to be a really solid defensive team, which we're not?
Yeah, that's
And how
true.
about that horrendous greasy goal to Beezer let in, that wraparound, where the guy starts the other way, and then the Beezer takes one big move in the wrong direction, and by the time he gets back, bada bing, it's in the net. That was pretty weak, John.
Yeah.
Pretty weak, Mr. All-Star.
He snuck it past them.
Yeah,
that's
he
for
always
sure.
lets in one greasy goal, man. In this case, it cost us the other point.
Hey, you folks are very much involved with Center One over there, right?
Yes, we are.
I thought I'd bring something up. In May, they're having a road race for AIDS. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not.
It's a 270-mile bike ride from Orlando to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another way for fundraising to take place. In fact, there's a meeting tonight at Center One.
Well, send me all the stuff.
Okay, I'll fax it to you.
Okay.
All right, thanks
a
Neil.
lot.
All right, bye-bye.
See ya. Open line in Broward, 524-1 on the green line, 1-800. Oh, and speaking of Center One, yesterday people were asking Phil to play the Larry King tape again and various other stuff. I'm driving home listening to this, and one guy from Venezuela, another homophobic Julio, he calls and is requesting some damn thing that he plays, and he says, well, what the charity is this? So what? And Phil says, Center One. He said, well, what do they do? He says, they help people with AIDS. Oh, instead of $60, now I'll make it $40. Like these guys, first of all, where they wouldn't send 60 cents in the first place, but then when he found out what it was for, then he's going to reduce his contribution because he heard it was for people with AIDS.
Spick.
Yeah, homophobic Julios, man. I got news for you. If I had $1 for every fag and buy a Julio that we got in this town, I could retire right now. I'll guarantee you that. That's the damn truth. All these closet people. And this guy was from Venezuela. All those guys in Venezuela do it. I'll tell you that right now. And in Brazil, man, even the women are men in Brazil. I've told you that many, many times. That's why I don't want to go there. You don't even know what you're dealing with. 1049 at WIOD.
People in South Florida were pushing new buttons this week. The ones controlling their heaters. Mother Nature caused it. The Weather Channel predicted it. And you got the news on the Big Chill. From News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio. 610 WIOD.
The Dolphins are gonna kick their ass. Oh!
There comes a time in a young woman's life when she has to ask questions.
Mom, I have to ask you a personal question. Do you douche?
Sure I do. I use vinegar and water.
Why vinegar and water?
Because, silly, I'm Italian.
Hidden Valley Douche. In Italian, French, ranch, or new chunky blue cheese.
10:52 at WIOD. We got an open line in Dade, one in Broward, one on the Green Line, 3. Like I said, they should all be smoking off the hook. You're just not enthusiastic. You're a bunch of deadheads, man. You should be partying right now. You should be rolling out the weed. You should be getting out the goddamn Buds and the Bud Lights. You should be getting out the Molson. You should be having a party in your pantaloonies right now. You should be grabbing whoever the hell is right next to you and just doing all kinds of wicked stuff, like that guy from Venezuela's probably doing. That homophobic Julio. So anyway, moving right along. See, you can't, you try, why do I do this? You try to make gold out of chopped liver, out of chicken crap. You can't do it. When there's something they beg and they plead, you finally give them what they want. You say, okay, we're sick and tired of this. We can't handle it anymore. We don't want to support it. And then maybe you start wondering if that might not have just been an excuse all along, okay? Oh, here she is. Hello. What happened to you? Huh?
Nice burp.
Yeah. Is this the same bitch that was on Rick and Suds earlier?
Pardon me?
Were you on with Rick and Suds this morning?
Yeah, I was waiting for you.
Oh, yeah.
Where were you?
I was right here. I was speaking to you, but you were incoherent.
No, I was not incoherent.
Yeah.
Except for I'm just trying to wake up after all the garbage.
Yeah, after a long, hard night.
On.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen. The Dolphins, number one, take the nude coach.
Take the nude coach?
The new.
Take the nude coach.
No, it'd be better if he was in the nude.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's great. Yeah.
They'll get some attention.
Yeah.
They'll get some attention. Because they're not going to get any attention till they start playing ball better.
So how long have you had this drinking problem, sweetheart?
Darling, I don't have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
How long have you had your
just like you don't
problem?
Just like you don't have a bald spot, right?
Thank God, no. And I don't have a pot belly.
I don't have a burping problem either.
Do you have a pot belly?
I beg your pardon?
Do you have a pot belly?
I don't smoke pot.
No, a pot belly.
Is that what you're doing? You're on the weed?
No, I don't smoke pot.
Or on the rag?
Pardon me?
I said, what's your story? Why do you sound so incoherent? And why do you keep calling back?
No, I'll tell you why.
Why do you keep calling back over and over again? Are you the best we can do in Palm Beach is a drunken slut like you?
Oh, God, thank you for insulting me.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Because today is National Thank You Day, so I want you to say thank you very much.
Thank you very much, darling.
No.
I love you.
No.
What?
So anyway,
You're going to say thank you to me?
What's the purpose of this incoherent call?
I am, pissed off at HRS.
Yeah.
HRS.
Why, they take your bottle away?
Did I settle?
Did you what?
HRS.
Yeah.
And Medicaid.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now I have got this far, right?
Yeah, you got this far, all right.
Pages and pages and pages of paper.
Yeah.
No, you guys are entertainment in between.
Uh-huh.
No, Office of Inquiry.
No.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Okay, sweetheart. George finds you very entertaining and amusing. I don't. We have 2 open lines on the green lines, 1-800. She's just a stumble-bum, drunken-down bitch, okay? And we're paying tax money to support people like that. She's probably got 17 kids crawling around in the trailer. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, what's the latest on Marino? Is he going to retire or what's going on?
Meaning what?
Well, wasn't he supposed to have some kind of press conference this morning? Or
no, he didn't have any press conference. He was on Y100 making an announcement about the Dan Marino Charitable Foundation for whatever that is, and it had nothing to do with whether he... There you go. There's another guy that blurts out the S word. You can't say crap on the air, pal. Maybe you can take one in this town.
No.
Probably not. But you can't say it. We have an open line in Dade, 751-W. Come on, let's get with it, for crying out loud. See, there's another negative. Oh, isn't Dan going to retire? I just heard that there was a big announcement this morning on the radio. Right, another guy that gets sucked in by David Ross and those fakers in Y100. When are you people ever going to get a life? Because you hear something on the radio, right away you believe it, right?
But the
rain in Spain falls mainly on Uranus, right?
No.
Jesus, God almighty. 2 open lines on the green lines. They don't care about Jimmy Johnson up there in Palm Beach. They drive all the way down here to support the Dolphins, no matter who the coach is, because they got nothing else anyway, except that Purple Palace and a lot of stupid wrestling and a little dinky minor league hockey team. That's all they got. 1-800-944-WIOD. Here's what is that? West Boca. What is that?
Hey, Neil.
Is there a West Boca?
Yeah, it was West.
All right. Well, excuse me.
And there's in between.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I called you Tuesday, and you called me an Irish pipe twister.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just whatever it means. Like a Scottish bagpipe squeezer.
I'm Italian, you know?
Yeah, so what difference does it make?
And I douche with vinegar.
Probably not even circumcised.
No, I'm not.
How do you like that? Were you born in this country?
Miami.
And you're not circumcised?
No.
And you're Italian?
Yeah.
The Pope's pissed off about that, I'll tell you. Why not?
I don't know.
What, are your parents barbarians or something?
They had mercy on him.
Yeah, mercy on your ass. Okay, cheesehead. George just brought in a whole bunch of cheese in here, and I know where it came from.
Listen
Foreskin envy.
Listen to the Julio.
Yeah, right. Spick.
All right.
All right, what?
All right.
So what's the purpose of the call?
I have to get into work, man.
But what did you call for?
I wanted to know why you called me that, though.
A what?
Irish pipe twister.
Twist this. We have an open line on the purple line, pound IOD. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello. If the pipe fits, wear it. Fort Lauderdale's gone. Open line in Broward, 524. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir?
I'm ready, man.
You're ready for what?
The Dolphins.
Uh-huh.
I think one of the things that Johnson's going to do is
Bunch of deadheads.
he's going to demand a crap load of respect from the players, which Shula didn't have.
Right.
He's got that first team meeting.
He's going to show you what leadership is all about, just like Doug McClain did with our Panthers. He's going to show you what being an active, involved coach really means, and he's not going to put up with the Gene Atkins and Brian Cox and Louis Olivers of the world for 2 seconds. They better get it in their head right now. If they plan on perpetuating that bullcrap routine of theirs, they can do it someplace else.
Exactly.
Not that I want to speak for Jimmy, but I do.
That first team meeting that he has.
That was beautiful. Open line at Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD, and 2 on the green lines, Palm Beach. Try to get them enthused about anything except the goddamn Cemetery Village bingo is impossible. 1-800-944-9463. Palm Beach is the problem. I've discovered that. And as of like about noon today, we're going to transfer those 2 green lines, those free Palm Beach lines over. She don't need those anyway. She don't get no calls from, because she's on in Orlando. She doesn't get the calls on those lines. Who the hell needs those? Transfer them over to purple lines, and let's get these mobile people involved. The active, living, and breathing people who may even get out of the house once in a great while, like maybe once a month.
Is that a radio in your pocket, or are you just glad to see me?
No.
WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
The worst talk radio I ever heard in my life was on WIOD.
Yes! Yes!
Hi, I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6. School is back in session, and football season's just around the corner, and that means all you quarterbacks and cheerleaders will be looking to get laid. Now, it used to be you could have sex in the back seat of your father's car, but with the size of those subcompacts they're making these days, there's hardly enough room to lose your chinos, much less your cherry. That's where Motel 6 comes in. You can get a clean, comfortable room with a bed and an ice bucket to keep your Mad Dog 2020 nice and cold, all for just $24 in most places. A little more if you want a condom, a little less if you don't plan on going all the way and we don't have to change the sheets. So this way, you can screw around all you want and you won't have to worry about taking a gear shift up the butt. I'm Tom Bodette from Motel 6, and we'll leave the light on for you. Some of you like it that way.
11:06 at WIOD. Happy Thursday to you. 130,371 is that new total for Center 1. It is creeping. It is moving ever so slowly, inching up toward the 150,000 mark. All you homophobic Julios, go out there and buy like 2 or 3 extra CDs and cassettes because you're full of crap. And your boyfriend might need the money. Here's a mobile in Miami on a Palm Beach line. What is that?
No, Neil, the cops, Boca Raton cops,
Yeah.
over 95, pulling over Nazis. They're
Yeah.
everywhere. Jesus Christ, they just passed right by me, 100 miles an hour.
If Jesus were coming back on a motorcycle, they'd probably stop him for going too fast.
I love these guys.
Isn't that
Listen,
pathetic?
I promote an adult club in town.
Yeah.
And they won't let us advertise on the station, so I don't know if I can mention the name.
On what station?
On your station.
Why not?
Because of the nature of our business.
Not even the Sex Bitch show at night?
Especially that one.
Why
They won't
not?
Let us touch that.
No wonder we can't have any spots on that show, because it's a sex show, but we can't have any sexual
Can't
places
do it.
on it.
Can I mention the
Isn't
name?
that pathetic? What a bunch of brown noses we got down there in sales, man. Although I think that's her call. She's the one that said, no, I don't want none of that. Yes, go ahead.
Well, can I mention the name?
You can mention whatever you want.
Oh, it's Tootsie's Cabaret.
Oh, you can't say that.
I just did.
What, Tootsie's Cabaret?
I didn't say that.
Oh.
It's a hell of a club.
Well, what is it? What do you do there?
Well, it's nude ladies, you know.
Nude ladies, yeah.
You know, everything you need is right there. It's
So
a
what's
beautiful
wrong
thing.
with that?
It's a beautiful thing. We want to invite Jimmy Johnson to come see Christie Canyon this week. She's in town.
Christie's Canyon?
Christie's the Valley of the Canyons. Yeah. It's an amazing thing.
Uh-huh.
600 films.
Yeah.
She's a star.
Yeah, I'll bet. I'll bet kind of a worn-out star at this point, but nevertheless a big star. Real big.
She looks good. She looks
Okay.
good. But you got to
Bigger
get
than
Jimmy
the
over
Grand
there.
Canyon.
Because Jimmy's single. Isn't he? He's a single guy?
That's right.
And
Now-
Don was married, so he couldn't get him in there.
Right.
He's always moaning because he's married to Marianne or whatever she was. You want to come in there, but we can get Jimmy in there. Jimmy would be glad to come by, wouldn't
No, Larry says that Don's married to Dorothy, is what Larry said.
he? Is that what's going on now?
That's what he said.
No.
Yes, he did.
I
Well,
can't
listen,
keep
pal,
track.
good
Listen,
luck to you, okay?
I gotta go.
Keep doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah, right.
Okay. We have an open line on the green line, 1-800-944. Go up to Tootsie's and get whatever you want to get, okay? Get some Tootsies, get laid, get some something. Oh, by the way, don't forget Young and Horny Day. I think Nick's getting out today, and he's going to shave. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I tried to get through yesterday, but your lines were jammed.
Why is that?
In reference to that guy that was talking about a Jewish porn star, Jerry Butler is Jewish.
Yeah.
I grew up with...
I don't want to know from him. He makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh, I'm just verifying that the guy is telling the truth, but I don't know where he came up with the name Berkowitz. His last name is Siderman. I grew up with the
Rick
gentleman.
Siderman is a porn star?
Paul Siderman is his real
Oh,
name.
my God, Rick's son. No wonder he sounds so depressed all the time and speaks with that lisp.
I don't know, but I just called to verify that gentleman's story. He is Jewish.
I once saw Jerry Butler in a movie do a very strange thing at Thanksgiving time with a turkey, but I don't want to go into it.
Whatever he's
Too
into,
deeply.
he's
He did.
into. I just called to
Didn't he?
verify that the gentleman is telling the truth. He is
Okay.
Jewish.
Well, I always thought he was pretty circumspect.
Well, he was always a strange character.
Okay.
All righty.
Thanks for the good news. Okay, more Jewish hockey players, too, we need, besides Matthew Schneider and Mike Hartman. And who was the other one? I don't know. Open line at Dade, 7. What's wrong with you people? Come on, we're having a party here today. As Mike Spindell once said on the station when he was on the air with nobody listening, don't you people want to have a good time? Oh, those were the days, my friend. Those were the days when we had little pipsqueaks on air. You're a good guy, Mike, but you belonged on the air about as much as most of our weekend programming is not at all. Unbelievable. Don't you people want to have a good time? Guess what, Mike? That you're not our idea of a good time, are you?
No.
Here's not on the air and not off the air. You're a good guy, but just keep inspecting those restaurants. Here's Boca. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir?
Neil.
Yes, I am.
Hey, this is Bob from Excitement. How are you?
What is this, like a setup job now? We just had one pervert on the air, now we got another one?
No, come on. I'm not a pervert.
Yeah, it's a setup.
No, you know what? I just got these clippings from the newspaper. It says the High Court upholds a ban on racy shows during the day.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
It's not a racy shows. It's just that there's nothing new. It's the same thing that they came down with 9 years ago.
Well, who decides if it's racy or not? That's what I'd like to know. The Gestapo or what?
Only the Republicans figure that out, okay?
Unbelievable. I
Right.
mean, where's
The word police figure that out.
Maybe if you say penis on the air, that's...
No, that's not racy.
That's not racy?
All depends if it's circumcised or not.
No. So what are we going to have inspections now? Or what?
Yes.
And you know what else? They're still trying to do away with adult entertainment down in Dade County.
So, can I tell you something?
Sure.
You guys think that you're going to use me. You really crack me up, okay?
No, we're not using
No, yes,
you.
you do. You think you're going to use me to fight City Hall here. The people don't care. Don't you understand? The people don't care. And the people who frequent those establishments are going to be the last ones to speak out because they don't want their name associated, like in public, that anybody would go into one of those places, even though everybody does, okay?
Well,
That's
hoping
the
that
bottom line.
We hope that we catch them on a good day and they'll realize that their rights are being stripped away.
No, they don't. They're just a bunch of cowards,
Think
okay?
they're apathetic assholes or
That's
what?
right.
Well,
that's why they let a bunch of right-wing Julios dictate what's going on here in Dade County and all over South Florida, and that's why it's so backward. And that's why, if you haven't noticed lately, we don't got no tourists here at all.
Yeah. And you know when they'll miss it? You know when they'll miss it?
Yeah.
When it's gone.
Well, so what do you want me to do? I'm going to beat him over the head?
Yes, you're
No,
a
I'm
great
not.
head beater.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
not. See,
Come
you're
on.
trying
Yes,
to
you
use
are.
me.
Yes, you are.
Forget it. Get out of
No.
here. Go away. We're having a party here today for Jimmy Johnson, and everybody's got their clothes on, and now we got 2 calls in a row, 2 setup deals here. They're trying to muscle in on the show. Called a sex bitch there at night. That's her job. Although, of course, she wouldn't be caught dead in a place like that. The uptight sex bitch. Even Stevie Wonder was never so uptight. 2 open lines on the green lines where the calls from there today I wouldn't wish on Heinrich Himmler. That's how bad. I wouldn't wish him on lard-ass Limbaugh. 1-800-944. You folks are weak. We're having a party in Dayton Broward, and you people are a bunch of party poopers, okay? talking about a lot of dreck. Let's get with it here. Jimmy's going to sign this afternoon. It's official. We got a real football coach. We got some Dolphin fans, including me, including Rick Riley, including probably a lot of you who aren't even calling and tell us about it, coming back into the fold. So we can go out there with a little real enthusiasm instead of faking it. And even those sex guys that just called, they know there's nothing worse than faking it. It's 11:13 at WIOD.
This is Joe Ball and the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. They don't come any better than Neil Rogers.
That is great radio.
Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise.
Budweiser. Beer so crappy it makes even algae-covered frogs sick.
11:16 at WIOD. I'm waiting on those green lines. I'm still waiting for a little enthusiasm from Palm Beach. And they don't know about these things we got to give away here either. 1-800-944. They are the worst. You know, I keep talking myself out of that because, you know, you're desperate. But not for them. You guys suck. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Neil.
As a matter of fact, from now on, starting this season, all sporting events in Dayton-Broward, we're going to be checking driver's licenses. If you have a Palm Beach address, we're going to make you turn around and go back where you came from, right? Anyway, yes, sir?
Miami Beach?
Yes?
Okay, first-time caller here.
Okay. Well, excuse me for, catching you off guard there, but I had to say that.
That's okay. I like your ads for the most part.
Bastards up there.
Yeah, well, fifth-generation Miamian.
Yes?
I'm not the Julio from Hialeah, but I did grow up there, man.
Yeah?
I just wanted to let you know I am a closet Dolphin football fan. I don't show my emotion outwardly for the team, but I do support them.
Well, probably you were pretty embarrassed up until now.
Pretty much so. I do go to games every now and then. I'm not a season ticket holder. But one thing I would like to comment on this Dade County crowd. You've got all these Julios here that think it's more important to go to the Three Kings Parade when the Dolphins are in some type of conference playoff at the Orange Bowl. This was years ago.
Yeah.
And that was one of the games I went to.
Mm-hmm.
Stands were empty.
Really?
So I can't remember what game that was.
Oh, my God.
But all the Julios, they had to go down to the Three Kings Parade. You expect the Dolphins to compete with
the Three Kings Parade? What are you, man, crazy?
That was the big thing back then, man. They had to go to the Three Kings Parade, and each one had a chicken to slaughter to the god Django afterwards. So that was more important than going to the Dolphins playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to let you know I am a closet Dolphin fan, and what are you giving away?
Yeah.
Do you have any more of those
really
adult
cute
movies from yesterday that I didn't
No,
get
we're giving away this. Good luck to you, pal.
Thanks.
Get out of here. He's in the closet. You can be sure of that. Open line in Dade, 751. Yeah, bring your own chicken, all you Julios, when you come to the Dolphin games this year. Bring your own chicken. You know how we throw the rubber rats at the Panther games when the Panthers score a goal? When the Dolphins score a touchdown this year, which we hope will be a lot, you're going to throw a rubber chicken. And if you come from Hialeah, you'll probably throw a live chicken. But slice the head first. You know what I'm saying? Here's a lady in Deerfield Beach. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Neil. Long-time listener, first caller.
Great.
How are you?
I'm great. Sensational.
I had to call and say that I definitely think Jimmy Johnson's the greatest thing that could happen to the Dolphins.
All right. Finally, we got some enthusiasm. Leave it to a woman to be enthusiastic. All these guys sound brain dead out there. They should be having a party.
They're not real football fans.
I don't know what their story is. They're a bunch of sour pusses.
Neil, I also wanted to ask you a favor. Can you play that song? Because I
Can I play that song?
Well, the Dolphin song.
What song?
The song about the Dolphins.
The real one?
Yeah, well, the one you played it once yesterday. The only reason I'm saying this is I really
I don't know
hope.
I don't know what song you're talking about.
Well, the reason I hope that Jimmy Johnson can make a difference, if nothing else, I hope he cleans up Brian's mouth.
Yeah.
That song.
But what song are you talking about?
Is that it?
Is that it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Are you positive?
Rude, obnoxious, foul, and distasteful. The Dolphins are cursing, and man, it's disgraceful, 'cause Brian Cox and the rest of them are saying,
Suck my lick my shit on you, motherfucker.
Words of love they toss in the microphone. The dump button just can't seem to be left alone. And all of this is because they like saying, suck my d***, lick my balls, shit on you, motherfucker. Oh, but they play football badly.
How do you say that?
How did the Patriots kick their ass? Suck my d***. When will they make it to the Super Bowl? But with an attitude as bad as theirs. Say what? They're tossing our hopes down the stairs. Oh, man. Rude, obnoxious, foul, and distasteful. The Dolphins are cursing, and man, it's disgraceful. 'Cause Brian Cox and the rest of them are saying, suck my d***, lick my balls, shit on you. Yes, they're saying, suck my d***, lick my balls, motherfucker. Oh, they're saying, suck my d***, lick my balls, shit on you. Suck my d***, lick my balls, shit on you, motherfucker.
Or did you,
11:21 at WIOD.
News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio.
News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio.
610 WIOD.
Nunca eches el papel en el toile porque se tupe.
No.
The National Dairy Board reminds you that July is National Ice Cream Month. A time when you scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Welcome to Baskin-Robbins. What can I get you?
Ah, give me a chocolate cone!
Waffle or cake?
Waffle!
1 scoop or 2?
2 scoops!
Sprinkles?
Sprinkles!
Here you go.
Thank you!
Next.
A last scoop of strawberry and cup! Ah!
I hate this job.
The National Dairy Board reminds you that nothing soothes a sore throat faster than smooth, delicious ice cream. So go ahead, scream for all the ice cream you want. Real loud.
Yes!
No.
Yes! Yes!
No.
11:24 at WIOD. We got 2 open lines that just crapped out in Broward because they just couldn't keep it up that long. Isn't that sad? This is a day of celebration. This is a day of partying in this town, and they don't even know it. We got to get bulletin boards out there in this sleepy-ass hick town of ours. 524 WIOD in Broward. We ain't giving nothing away except words of happiness today, right? Right?
No.
Plantation on the purple line. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Another Jewish porno is
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, he's born in Israel.
Oh, we know that.
Oh, I didn't know.
Anybody that hairy would have to be either Jewish or Greek.
Yeah, but he's so disgusting.
Yes, he is.
And
grotesque.
I'm going on my way to the Joe Robbie to get my tickets. Go, Jimmy.
In fact, there's around the inner circles of the porno world, I always said that Harry Reams and Ron Jeremy blows.
True. Each other.
There you go.
See ya.
Have a nice life. Okay, there's a guy who's on his way to San Jose right now to get his season tickets for next year. That's the people I want to hear from. Come on, let's come out wherever you are, okay? Are you that stupid that you're going to sit back and wait? Oh, well, he kept this Gary Stevens, or he did this. Yeah, come on, you're just waiting for an excuse. You're not fooling me. All this alleged enthusiasm, and I took all this abuse for the last year and a half because I jumped off the bandwagon with great enthusiasm and for very, very legitimate reasons, by the way. And now all of a sudden, when you wait to see their tremendous enthusiasm, where the hell is it? It doesn't exist. They're deader than a goddamn doornail. Open line in Broward, 5249463. Here, the most enthusiastic person we had so far was that woman that called a couple of calls ago. She's the only one that's all excited about Jimmy, and I think she's waiting for him to show up in a vet. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Good. I can't get into football yet because I think the brain stem has made me brain dead as far as the Dolphins go. And
okay, see, there we go. Nobody can get excited about this because we got all these months to wait now for football. That's right. We got to wait till August, and okay.
I got to wait till at least after the Panthers maybe win the Cup, you know?
Yeah, right.
Let me ask you a question. Why are they sitting out Dvorak and Bellinger?
You have to ask Doug McClain that.
I mean, do you see any reason for it?
No, I don't.
I don't either, and especially last night.
Because I kept hearing people crying. I don't want to mention my friend Rimmer and Denise there last night about how we have this tremendous shortage of forwards.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we're playing Paul Laws on forward, who got a goal last night, by the way, so we can't knock that. But we keep hearing about how they have to keep doing these short shifts because we're short on forwards. And in the meantime, these guys are sitting on a bench.
And they're why are they pulling up these guys from the minors to take their place? Like, why if it's not?
And Harkins, how come Harkins sat on the bench almost the entire game last night when they did yank him up? I don't get it.
And
I don't know.
They put him in the last couple of minutes.
But I don't want to start second guessing Doug McClain.
No,
okay, he's done a great
I'm
job, and I'm not going to pull a Denise Potvin and start second guessing the coach because I'm so much smarter than everybody else like Denise is. You know,
I agree.
If Denise is so smart, he would be managing or doing something somewhere instead of sitting there talking about Worcester, Mass.
Well, he sure talks enough about it.
Oh God.
I watched a great team the other day play, the Rochester Nighthawks.
The what?
It's the World Lacrosse League.
Oh, great.
Hey, it's good. It's like hockey on land.
Get out of here.
You ever watch it?
No, I have not. For about 2 seconds on ESPN when they got to fill up some time.
That's where I watched it. It was
get out of here.
It was Rochester, and it was like hockey, They score a lot.
Yeah, whatever you say.
And by the way, Corey Hirsch...
I don't know anybody in Rochester who scored a lot.
Corey Hirsch is Jewish. Would you believe it?
No.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
He is.
Maybe he's kin to Sonny Hirsch.
Yeah, but maybe.
And Crazy Legs Elroy Hirsch.
Maybe he is kin to Sonny.
He might be.
All right.
Okay, pal. Thanks for the good news. Corey Hirsch, another Jew. All right. We're going to have an all-Jewish hockey team. How do you like that? Huh? That's what we're going to have. We have 2 open lines in Dade. Your enthusiasm is just contagious. That's why there isn't any. Look at this. It's right back to the same old 2 open lines in Dade and 1 in Broward. Jimmy Johnson will be announced at 4. They're having a press conference this afternoon. This is what all of you people wanted. All of you people that browbeat me for a year and a half. Come on, you got to be a fan. You got to come back into the fold. And here we are ready to rock and roll, to buy season tickets, to get all enthused and excited. And it's the same dead non-response that I'm used to for 20 goddamn years. The first week that I came here on WKAT in March of 1976, and some old 400-year-old fossil calls me up. You'll never last a month in this town, pal. Well, here we are almost 20 years later, and I'm still here, and God only knows why. God only knows why I'm still in this godforsaken place, because the enthusiasm level, if anything, it's less than it was 20 years. Does anybody know why?
No.
I don't. They get something they can be excited about, something they can sink their teeth into, like Jimmy's here, whatever it might be. Do they get excited?
No.
Damn right they don't. It's about time you got something right, you little hunchback geek. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
Hey, I'm fired up, man.
All right.
Let me tell you, Jimmy Johnson is a defensive line coach, okay? That's what this, since Stan, whatever his name, Paul, the guy that had the most sacks for the Dolphins, we haven't had anybody that knows defensive line play, man.
There you go.
And this guy put together Jim Jeffcoat. He put together Charles Haley. I mean, that defensive line for Dallas, he put that together, and that's what he's bringing here.
Yep.
And that's the greatest thing of the whole thing, man, is that we're going to have a defense.
All right.
We haven't had defense in years
and
here.
Guess
Nobody
what?
knows
Tom
it.
Olivadotti can pack himself a salami sandwich and get out of here because he's history.
Tom out of a job, he's what he is.
Right. Amen.
And you know what?
He's right. That crap's got to go is what he said, although he didn't say crap, something that kind of sounds like crap. But, hey, the word police get very upset when you say crap on the air, so don't say it again, pal. But you're right on target. We finally took me an hour and a half to get one guy. We got one woman and one guy in an hour and a half that are really fired up and enthusiastic because Jimmy Johnson's coming. See, they don't know what they want. They talk a lot, these people. They take all these polls. Oh, yeah, we all want this, and they've been hawking at China just to fill up time on the sports shows for the last 6 months. That's all it's been. But as far as real emotion, real passion, how long have I been telling you this is a city without passion? Like Gene Pitney would say, the town without pity. The town that is a pity. And I come in here all fired up this morning. I'm watching the press conferences last night. My Leafs kick ass against the Kings, come from behind 3 times. They kick some serious ass. Here's Andrew Chuck at the point. He shoots and scores, and Leafs win the game 5-4. And Matt Sundin sticks in a beautiful, lovely little goal there, as Harry Neal would say. And the Panthers, even though they did blow the lead, they still get a point on the road, which ain't too bad against the top team, Colorado. But these people don't give a crap because we got a drunken lady up there in Palm Beach who's worried about HRS and SDS. FDS. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Why is IOD only 5,000 watts?
Why are you using that phony voice?
Because it's Ron St. John from 97.
Okay, that's good. Okay, well, blow it out your ash, Ron. We have an open line at Dade, 751-9463, 751-WIOD. I don't think we're only 5,000 watts. Aren't we 10,000 watts during the daytime, I think?
That's what I thought.
I think we're 10,000 watts, aren't we?
No.
Oh, not since he left. Here's a lady in Boca. Hello.
Yes, hi, Neil. How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Well,
are you
so
fired
am
up
I.
about anything? Are you enthusiastic?
I am more than enthusiastic.
All right!
I'm walking on clouds. In fact, I went to my doctor for my yearly physical today.
Yeah.
And he's a big Dolphin fan. He's
The doctor?
excited.
Uh-huh.
I went to Publix afterwards. That's all anybody was talking about is, thank God. It's
Not
gonna
on this
happen
show.
Today.
Not on this show. I bring it up first thing right out of the box this morning. Let's have a party. Let's celebrate. Let's hear all your enthusiasm. Let's hear from all the really hopeful, excited people. And it's the same tired D. And see, they always blame that on me. I'm supposed to be the guy that's so negative. I'm depressing. I'm desperate to find something to be positive about here. And when you find it, they don't give a flying crap, this audience.
But these are probably the
Bunch of
people who
deadheads.
sit home and criticize the Dolphins that don't buy the tickets.
Well, they had good reason the last few years.
Yeah,
But now they got no reason. That's the problem. They have no more excuses left. They're probably spending their time now looking for a new excuse.
Well, I just hope that the people that are going out, because I've been a season ticket holder for 7 years, and I've spoken to you before, and I just hope the people that are buying them today or in the near future, because if they don't get to the Super Bowl next year, all of a sudden it's going to be...
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Well, there's
Jimmy
that element. They're going to expect it overnight, 17-0 again and all that crap. But those people are morons, and they know nothing about the game, so screw that.
Exactly. And believe me, the people that have had the season tickets around us have been there as long as we have, and they all, for the last 2 years, have been saying, Shula's got to go and JJ's got to be in.
Right.
You know.
So where the hell are they now? Where are they?
Probably out partying. I
Even
hope.
on that make-believe sports station, they're talking about the Heat. They're talking about Joe Rose's teeth. They're talking about everything but. What the hell is wrong with these people?
I don't know.
For crying out loud.
I know. And one other thing I want to talk to you about. We're both Guiding Light fans.
Yes.
And I'm really disappointed that at this time
critical stage of the story, and we got a different make-believe actor in there.
Exactly. What is the deal with that?
That's why they're going off the air, that show, because the producers and whoever the hell the people are putting that show together are a bunch of morons.
I mean, this guy's been on they've been carrying this story for a year.
Right.
And now all of a sudden, the last week, when it's the most critical, they get this other actor who doesn't even compare to the other one.
No, not at all.
And they gave no explanation. They just said, this part is now today is being played.
Right.
So maybe he's sick. I mean, I don't know.
Of course.
But it's very
So
annoying.
they couldn't postpone it. After you wait for 52 weeks, we couldn't have waited another week or two until this guy got over his flu or whatever his story
Exactly.
is? What the hell is wrong with them?
I don't know.
My
I don't know.
God.
I'm very disappointed with that.
Oh, tragic. And even with a bad face mask now, it doesn't even look the same because he's got a schnoz that's like 6 times the size of the other guy.
I know.
Oh,
It's
my
awful.
God. And poor
I think
Lucy,
if he
she's
had
running
played
around
it-
up there in circles on that watchtower.
I mean, the other Brent as a woman was ugly, but this guy, he would have never even passed as a woman.
Like the other one did?
Well, I'm saying he was very ugly, but at least it
52 weeks in a row, I'm sitting there screaming at my TV, this Marion, can't you people, don't you have 2 eyes? Can't you see that's not a woman?
I know.
Can't you smell it?
I know,
Oh,
but
my
it's a soap
God.
opera.
And they built us up to this gigantic climax, and now we got a ringer in there.
I know, he's awful.
And they couldn't even at Christmas time bring back Mike Bauer. What the hell is wrong with these people?
Yeah, I don't
Remember how
know.
every year they used to bring back some of the old people at
Yes,
Christmas
absolutely.
time? Not this year. What they did
No.
was show us a few cheap, cheesy, flashbacks with Papa Bauer and drunken Bill Bauer and Bert hopping around there on that one leg. I mean, what the hell was that?
In fact, I just read in the paper, and I didn't realize that Henry passed away.
Henry Chamberlain?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Henry
and they said they're going to write it into the storyline.
He died?
Yeah. I hate to tell you where I read it. It's one of those tabloids, but
Oh,
I did read
my
that
God.
he passed
Henry
away.
Chamberlain died. Next, it'll be old H.B. Lewis.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been around a long
Well,
time.
get it on. I say get that show off while we still have some good memories.
Yeah, well, they did have a good storyline, but in my opinion, they blew it when they got this other actor in.
Absolutely
and with
correct.
this Nadine, I mean, they have her jewelry with the wedding ring
It's
and
sure
everything
taken
else.
a long time for them to figure out who that is, isn't it? She's probably just lying on a
Unbelievable.
table somewhere, rotting away until they figure out who the hell it is.
I know.
And
I
that
know. Well,
Frankie, man, I'll tell you, if I wanted a really sharp detective on some case, Frankie's the guy I'd have right on top of it.
Oh, well, of course.
What
I
a
mean,
lunkhead.
Yeah, in soap operas, you become a doctor overnight. You
Right.
become the best police officer overnight. You know,
Yep.
that's the world of soap operas.
Once they kicked Philip and Beth off the show, that was the end of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
and
sweetheart.
I'm not that crazy about the new Alexandra either. I like the old one.
Bring back the old one. She was a
Yeah.
real Schreier. She was a hellraiser.
So now I have to change something. Instead of it being Neil God, it's got to be Neil and JJ God.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Open line on the green line. The women are more enthusiastic than you guys out there. What's the matter? You're not getting any? Is that what the problem is, huh? Can't get it up? Your enthusiasm or what? Open line on the green line, 1-800-944. Jimmy's coming, and everybody in town is excited, aren't we?
No.
Yes, we are. God damn it, you party pooper.
No.
Yes. Come on, say yes.
No.
Say yes.
No.
Prick. It's 11:37 at WIOD. You know, there's
Some people call him JJ. Defoe calls him the Jimmer. Most people would like to call him Coach.
Oh!
Dolphins JJ Watch is underway on the home of the Dolphins. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Yes!
No.
Okay.
No.
You're a bastard.
No.
America's favorite Black Private Dick returns, but this time he's fighting crime, 90s style. Richard Roundtree is Shaft in cyberspace.
Who's the cat that won't log out when there's syntax all about?
Shaft?
Click on. They say this Shaft's a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just booting up Shaft.
And he can scan it.
Yes, he's right on and online. It's Shaft in cyberspace. Downloading soon at a PC near you.
Okay, it's 11:41 at WIOD. Don't forget about our trip to Vegas, April 18th through 21st. It's getting closer. We're starting to count the weeks and the days, etc. We're going to be staying 3 nights at the New Tower Deluxe Rooms at the MGM Grand. The finest, the best, the greatest on the Strip, bar none. And we're going to go like on a real airline, American Airlines, leaving from Fort Lauderdale or Miami, whichever you prefer, leaving 9:30 on Thursday morning, April 18, and getting to Vegas at 1, stopping in Dallas. And, of course, then both groups from Lauderdale and Miami get on the same plane, go to Vegas, getting there 1 o'clock on Thursday the 18th. Then we come back Sunday the 21st, leaving Vegas 1 p.m., getting back to Lauderdale and or Miami at 10 p.m. So that's the deal. Call up Rocky at Regal Travel. We need a $150 deposit per person by January 15. We need the balance by February 15. So you've only got like 4 more days. In other words, through the weekend to call Rocky and get on the thing now and do it today. If you've been talking to her, if you've been planning about going. And April, the middle of April, will be perfect. For those who don't like it too hot, like 110 like it is in June and July when we usually went, this is going to be like heaven, like in the 80s and sunny and at beautiful Vegas. It's going to be great. So call Rocky at Regal Travel and get on board with our Vegas trip. In Data Broward, call 445-7740. 445-7740. From Palm Beach, 989-8888. 989-8888. Now, how was the Hank Strip last year? Did that thing fly or what?
No.
Here's West Palm Beach. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to say Coach Hairspray's coming.
Yeah.
And I've been a closet Hurricane fan now for a couple of years.
A closet Hurricane fan?
Well, I had to after Erickson came in there. I had to get in the closet. The fan base looked pretty bad, too, when you see them out there on the street, don't they?
Yeah.
But,
And get out of here. You're a jackass. Hurricane fan. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Oh, Neil.
Yes.
Hold on 1 second. Neil.
Everything come out okay?
Everything came out fine.
Good.
How are you?
Great.
Listen, I just wanted to comment on the Don Shula JJ thing there.
Yes?
I was sorry to see Don go. It was a sad day. But it would have been sad next year or the year after, and it had to come.
Yeah.
Bring on JJ. Bring on a Super Bowl. We need to get down.
Let's have a parade this weekend. What do you say?
Good. This is reasons for celebration.
Right.
These people do need to wake up.
What is
We're
wrong with
gonna
these
have a
people?
Super
We
Bowl
finally
in
get a
2 to
little
3
ray
years.
of light, a little bit of sunshine in this otherwise godforsaken,
Yes,
boring,
sir.
murderous place.
Bring on JJ.
All right.
Super Bowl.
See you there, pal.
Bring it on, baby.
Open line in Broward, 5249463. I said enthusiastic, not psychotic. Although, hey, who was better than everybody else? A little bit of enthusiasm, please. How about it?
No.
Here's Coral Gables on the purple line. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to make a comment about the Jimmy Johnson thing here.
Finally.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you something. I haven't been able to enjoy a beer for the last year because of Shula. You know, every time
Everybody's been crying in their beer.
Oh, man.
And it's getting too salty.
Every time it's like, you know, I start watching, I drink 2 or 3 beers, I can't finish my food. You know, finally, maybe I can enjoy the damn game. I'm originally from Boston. I am a hockey fan.
All right.
And, you know, I came down here saying, well, damn, you know, I can't be a Patriot. At least I can be a Dolphin fan. What a disappointment, man.
You can still see Derek Sanderson behind the net sticking out in front to Bobby Orr. There it is, and there goes that crazy Dan Kelly again, you know. The Bruins win the Stanley Cup, but that's a lifetime ago, too, sir.
No kidding.
I'm going to tell you, Steve Casper's got to go if you're a Bruins fan. Casper's got to go.
Well,
get rid of that guy. He's a twit.
I know.
Don Cherry says he's a twit.
Well,
and he
at
is.
least we got the Panthers down here. I'm very enthusiastic about them, you know.
Right. It's easy to give up the Bruins right now,
let's hope
man.
they don't make them leave, though, you know what I mean? I've got a quick question. Does everybody actually know why Shula doesn't like Jimmy Johnson?
No.
Because, remember...
Let me ask you this. Does the word jealousy come into play?
Well, his son did coach under Jimmy Johnson in Dallas.
Yeah.
And this is a while ago. Jimmy Johnson called Shula to tell him that he was going to get rid of his son, and Shula was very upset about it. This was in the newspaper maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, it was down like what you always said, no one likes to hear the truth, and apparently Shula didn't want to hear it.
And, of course, as soon as Jimmy went to Fox after he and Jerry Jones had their big falling out in Dallas, and
exactly.
even at that point, the rumors started surfacing about Jimmy's coming, and at that point, Shula he reached the point where he hated him because he saw Jimmy's ghost hovering over his ass every single moment of every day of his life.
Oh, yeah, I guess, Well, I loved your show. I'm a first-time caller.
Great.
I'm a driver, and I listen to you all the time. Thank God for Jimmy Johnson, and thank God I can actually enjoy some damn good beer again.
All right.
Thank you.
See you there.
Bye.
Look for me right there on the 50-yard line with that big fat guy next to me up there. We have an open line on the purple line, which is now the AT&T wireless and Mobile One cellular line, which means anybody that's got a cell phone can call, and we pay for it. Anybody and everybody, no matter what you got. How do you like that? No matter how big it is or small. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm pumped up.
All right.
Finally, we're going to have some excitement. I don't go but to a couple games a year, but I'm going to go to a lot more games because it's exciting. Something new, you know?
You know it's going to be exciting. You know it's not going to be some of the same old 2 yards in a cloud of dust.
Really? Let me ask you a question off the subject, too. Have you ever heard of a baseball player by the name of Bob Turley?
No.
Of course I did. 1956 Yankees, 55, 56. He was on the same team with Don Larson and Bob Grimm and those guys. I was a big Yankee fan in those days as a kid.
Now, the reason I used to work for him...
Have I ever heard of Bullet Bob Turley, who started with the Baltimore Orioles, by the way, and then was traded to the Yankees?
Yeah. The reason I asked...
What was the rest of that pitching staff? Whitey Ford and Johnny Cucks, right?
Yeah, I don't know because I'm not a baseball fan.
Jim Coates?
He left me some stuff of his. And is it worth anything?
Oh, you better believe it. I'd peddle it right now.
I used to work for him, and he just kind of took a liking to me, and he left me I got some baseball uniforms.
Well, what kind of work was it, if we can say it on the air? Oh, he was in the insurance business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what did he leave you?
Pardon me?
He left you his balls?
Well, I got some balls. I got a lot of baseballs, a uniform, gloves, some pitchers.
Well, he left it with you, like, intentionally, or like...
He just gave it to me.
Well, it's worth some stuff.
But,
it's worth some cash, man.
Where would I sell that at?
You find a collectibles place.
Yeah?
Talk to one of them, and then either that or put an ad in a collectibles magazine or something, because you'll probably get ripped off by the collectibles people.
But he was pretty good in his time.
He was outstanding. He had a tremendous fastball. Bullet Bob Turley, they called him.
We called him the Bullet.
That's right. He was fantastic. Great.
Okay, I enjoy your show. Nice talking to you,
And back to you.
Okay.
See ya. Bullet Bob, number 19. Am I right? Is my memory right or what? Whitey Ford was 16. He was 19. What number was Don Larson? 18? Come on, what number was Don Larson? I can see him now in that perfect game against Sal Maglie and the Brooklyn Dodgers, 1956 World Series. I can see it right now. Dale Mitchell is pinch hitting in the bottom of the ninth. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes, and it's called strike 3. A no-hitter, a perfect game for Don Larson. I can see it now. Would he wear number 18 or what? Not that it's important. Turley was 19, I know that. I bet my life on that. A little wild there, a little control problem, as most left-handers had. Don't tell me Bob Feller was a left-hander anymore. I finally got that straightened out. Herb Score was the left-hander. Cleveland Indians, Big Cigar, announcer now, make-believe jock announcer. Bob Turley, Bullet Bob. Now we're talking. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful day. Don Shula drives a Ford, and the Jimmer drives a Corvette. What more does there need to say?
What does that tell you? I rest my case.
Classy man. Now, all we got to do is get rid of Dolphin Denny.
Yes.
And the picture might be complete.
This is the best call of the day so far. That's to make the switch complete. Dolphin Denny must go. Somebody who knows Jimmy, call him up right now and tell him part of the deal with Wayne, it must be in the contract, is Dolphin Denny must go immediately, if not sooner.
Neil, you may not like this question. Long-time listener.
I don't like it.
Long-time listener, big fan of yours, and live down the street from you. After the Larry King call, man called and came to your defense saying he was your dad. And I know the story and everything.
You know
was
what story?
Was that really your dad?
Yes. Well, you know what story? What story is there?
Well, I know you don't talk to him.
Right.
And this and that.
That was him. But how the hell would Phil Henry know that?
Of course not.
Yeah.
I was just curious if it was a crank or if it was really
No, that was
dad.
Saul.
What?
That was Saul. He surfaces like about once every 5 years when he crawls over to the phone.
It's a great day. I'm just curious if JJ doesn't go all the way, what's going to happen and how the people are going to react.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. You can probably predict it yourself because you know these people. You know how fickle they are.
Very happy, though.
All right.
Talk to you.
See ya. They're fickle, not like me. I stick with my team. Hey, listen, when you live here long enough, it rubs off. But I had good reason. I make no apologies for even as bad as the Patriots stunk. If Shula would have been back next year, I'd have been firmly on that Patriot bandwagon, okay? Drew Bledsoe, God. Bill Parcells. And I got no problem with Bill Parcells. He's a great coach. I don't care how bad they stunk this year. He's a coach. Fat, but still a coach. It's 10 till noon at WIOD.
News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Dallas blows, and so does Jimmy Johnson. You got that, pal? Oh!
They were a group of unruly inner-city students until she walked in.
Guess what? We're getting a new teacher. Yeah, it's probably an ugly old...
Excuse me, could I borrow your slide ruler? Ooh.
This summer, Michelle Pfeiffer will be nurturing dirty minds.
3 times 23 equals...
69?
Yes! You know, math 30. Who wants to bang my erasers?
Me.
After this class, everybody needs a smoke in the boys' room. Michelle Pfeiffer stars in Dirty Minds, coming soon.
Misa horny.
11:54 at WIOD. We got an open line in Broward, like a big hole, like a canyon there, like a crater in Wayne's puss. 5249463. We're pretty happy with Wayne-O these days after this Bozzini business.
No.
Here's a lady in Miami. Hello. Lady in Miami is gone. Isn't that nice? See what I mean about these women that call in? I would say like 99% of the women that call in, which is only about 6 anyway, if you don't get to them right away, they're gone. Because they have more important things than me, which quite frankly, I can't imagine too many things in this town more important than me, bitch. Open line in Dade where that bitch just hung up, 751. Here's West Palm Beach. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm happy about Jimmy coming in.
Can't hear you, though. You're whispering.
Jimmy, I'm happy about Jimmy coming in, but I got a problem with it.
What's the problem?
I think that's going to mean bye-bye to the Panthers. Don't you?
What does one thing have to do with the other?
I think it's a smoke screen. I think he's going to be able to use it as a smoke screen at least. People won't care as much.
Wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
Care. You'll care, but...
I care a lot.
I care. Did you see that game last night?
Of course.
What did Mike Huff do in front of the net? What was that all about?
He speared a guy, and he got kicked out of the game for spearing.
Well,
that's right.
Why wouldn't they replay? Why couldn't we see what led up to that?
They don't replay penalties.
They don't?
No, they don't.
Are you sure about that?
I am so positive I bet you $80 million against the nickel. They don't replay penalties.
All I know is their coverage, the camera guy sucks, too. They can't cover the puck if they needed to.
Right.
But I thought I've seen them replay penalties before.
Huh?
I thought I've seen them replay the penalties before.
No, they have not. They don't replay penalties.
The reason for?
It's just the rule. You can only have replays for certain things, and penalties is not one of them. That's a judgment thing.
No, I'm not saying. Why couldn't we watch the replay on it?
Oh, you mean why do they show the replays? Well, again, why don't they show a lot of replays? Ask Jeff Reamer when he gets back here. Ask the Rim Man.
Well, he doesn't have any control of that, does he?
Well, he better start getting some control. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm a little let down because the Washington game, last game we went.
But the penalty had nothing to do with the outcome of the game because they killed off the.
No, you're right. But I still the letdown in third period, like you said earlier. Was...
So what was that about? That's called crappy defense. That's called folding up like an accordion. It's called the Beezer letting in a greasy goal to tie the game.
Yeah, you need a little. The guy's behind the net. Nobody's on him.
I know, but still, you can't let a wrap around a greasy goal like that when you're going the wrong way. You can't let that in there. And by the way, I've been telling everybody about Patrick Waugh and how he stinks the joint out. And if they saw that game last night, they know that I'm right.
Damn right. That game should have been like 2-1.
He stinks the joint out, man. Colorado got a dead frog with that deal.
Brissett has got to be just smoking sitting on a bench there.
Yeah. Well, he'll be in there soon, believe me.
What was... I don't know. Well, anyway, what are your feelings about the Panthers staying? Yeah,
I'd say the chances are 99-1 against.
Yep, I'm afraid.
I hope I'm wrong, but it don't look too good.
Hey, I'll see you next week at the game.
Okay.
Later.
See ya. Tuesday night, we got the home game finally. Gee, it's a long drought because of that stinking circus and all that elephant crap they're dumping all over the place in that arena. Man, can you imagine the job that they must have to clean that thing out after the circus leaves town?
Oh, we'd much rather have the circus. It's such a wonderful atmosphere to take the children.
Right. Take your circus and jam it. With your symphony orchestra, too. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Neil.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
Okay.
One of your chronics.
Yes, sir?
Did you say Jimmy was coming?
Jimmy's coming.
He's not even breathing hard.
I don't think so.
Squirt, squirt.
Listen, I hope that if he does come...
And Wayne was smiling about it, so what does that tell you?
Yeah, he had the whitest teeth I've ever come across. I hope that if he does come down here, that we don't ruin him like we do all the other good players that we pick up.
All the good players? Is he going to be playing or coaching?
Well, when we pick up a good player from another team, he comes up here as a Dolphin son.
Like Eric Green. By the way, how come nobody mentioned what a great game Keith Jackson had for Green Bay last week? I noticed nobody mentioned that he had some tremendous, very pivotal catches in the Green Bay win in the playoffs last. Nobody mentions that.
Yeah, and when he was with us last year, he sucked.
Right.
You know, so...
I think you'll find a different story with Jimmy.
We hope so.
And when you get your new phone, I think you'll find it a lot less windy, too. We have an open line. Maybe you had the phone jammed up the wind tunnel. Maybe that might have been it. Sounded awfully, you're a good guy, I think, but your phone blows. Open line at Broward, 524-9463. Here's Miami. Buenas to you.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? How about them Dolphins?
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson, the best thing since the 71-72 season.
Since Halava.
Hey.
How about 72-3? That sounds better to me, yes?
72 Super Bowls, 73 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super Bowl, yeah.
71-72 season.
Right.
We in there. I tell you, it's not going to happen overnight, but prepare yourself. We're going back.
No.
Yes.
Huh? We're going?
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
No.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Go, Dolphins.
Okay.
All right.
Open. Open line and Dave.
No.
Yes, there is.
No.
751-94. No, he's right. Like he said, no, there's not. Okay, we don't have time this hour. We'll just hang loose on there. You're not going anywhere. It's kind of deadly. I noticed there was no traffic coming to work this morning. It's kind of like a holiday. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe people are partying in their pants today because I'm coming to work today. It was like a goddamn official holiday. I have never, ever, never, ever seen so little traffic on a non-holiday, non-weekend day. Did you see any traffic? Oh, you did? Or you didn't? No? Well, you're not speaking now or what?
Oh, none to speak of.
No, I'm serious. There was like 75 was the Gratney, just nobody nowhere. Of course, till you get to 79th, that's always jammed up with geeks. But, I mean, so it's a holiday. Excuse me for not understanding, for not being quick on the draw. We hope you're enjoying your party and getting the good weed and doing the good stuff. And clean out those drugs on South Beach, by the way.
No.
Talk is cheap. And, man, do we like it. WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Go, Jimmy. It's your football team. Good afternoon at 12 o'clock. This is Jennifer Rem, News, Talk, and Entertainment, Radio 610 WIOD, brought to you by AT&T Wireless. Former Dallas Cowboys coach Jimmy Johnson hanging up his apron and coming out behind the bar to head the Miami Dolphins. WIOD Sports Director Jeff DeForest reports on the hiring of JJ.
Jimmy's job hunt came to an abrupt end yesterday as Johnson got the job he had targeted for himself ever since leaving the Dallas Cowboys after a tiff with owner Jerry Jones. He began a relationship with Wayne Huizenga yesterday as the two hammered out a contract that will make Johnson the Finns' third head coach in their history. Johnson arrived at training camp early today, 8 in the morning, rolling up his sleeves and beginning his tenure as the Finns' head coach. Wayne Huizenga has already departed the Davie training camp, meaning that a contract in all likelihood has already been signed. The formal announcement should make it official today between 4 and 4:30 this afternoon.
That didn't sound too enthusiastic.
No,
Let's try it again. Are you excited and enthused about Jimmy Johnson coming or what?
Oh, yeah.
Work on it.
All right.
Oh, I'm real excited.
Yeah, I can tell.
Partly cloudy, highs 71 to 76. No mention of rain.
How about if he brings Brad Pitt with him?
Or Eric Lindros.
Or both?
Yeah.
All right.
Sure, tight ends. 69 degrees. Next news update, 1 o'clock. Bulletins at once. I'm Jennifer Rem. News, Talk, and Entertainment, Radio 610, WIOD.
All right, Miami!
Paramount Pictures presents Sean Connery and Richard Gere in a thrilling new version of The Legend of Camelot.
There's a noble knight outside who wishes to join the round table, King Arthur.
Show him in.
Hi, Your Majesty. I'm Sir Lancelot, but you can call me Lance.
Greetings, Lance.
Oh, the pleasure's mine.
It's the legendary story of King Arthur and his favorite knight, Lancelot, as only Richard Gere could play him.
So, how do you get to be king, anyway?
It was said that whoever could remove the sword Excalibur from the stone in which it was buried was the true king of England.
And you removed it?
I did.
I've got something like that going.
Really?
Whoever so shall remove a certain gerbil from my butt
Yes?
Gets to replace it with something else.
Sean Connery, Richard Gere, and Freddie the Hairless Gerbil star in Fist Night.
Actually, my name's not really Lancelot. It's Bill.
Then why do they call you Lancelot?
Mostly because I get Lancelot.
Fist Night, coming soon to a theater near you.
No.
12:06 at WIOD. And let's go to West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
What is this with Eddie Bell for?
He sucks.
Why is he starting for the West?
Because the fans voted. Don't you understand? The Chicago fans, they stuffed the ballot box.
Either that or he's just his name. You know,
and Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles were voting too.
Well, he's having a horrible year.
He's not even the starter. Jeff Hackett's the starting goalie now. Belfort stinks the joint out.
He's a second-string goaltender.
Eddie the Hummingbird.
For a lousy team on top of that.
Well, they're mediocre at best. I hate them.
Now, and what is this on another note with the All-Star voting?
By the way, the Leafs are back in second place. Oh! Yes?
Why was Ron Francis not picked up until the end? The guy is the second leading scoring.
What do you mean picked up until the end? He was named as the Gary Bettman, the senior old-timer or whatever. That's why.
Well, it just seems to me like he should have been voted in by the fans.
He wasn't. Over Mario?
Well, not over. Oh, that's right. They only pick the first guy, don't they?
Right.
Well, who picks the rest? The coaches?
The coaches pick the rest.
Well, shouldn't the
And then there's one old-timer picked by Gary Bettman for, like, each conference, Ron Francis and Mike Gartner. Mike Gartner at Leafs had another big goal last night on a beautiful play. Attaboy, Mike.
Well,
yes?
Okay, so that's not actually...
It's caca. It's a popularity contest.
Right.
It's garbage.
Well, I mean, he doesn't even play on the same line as Mario. I mean...
except on a power play.
Except on the power. And
right.
No one fouls any of those guys anymore. Hey, what do you think the chances are?
Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Mario has people on his ass the entire game. They're all over him.
Well, I know, but they don't.
And you're just parroting what you heard somebody say who didn't know what he was talking about. Mario Gretzky's the guy that nobody dares to touch. He's the untouchable one because I think they're afraid the smell is going to rub off.
Well, I mean, they don't. They're only averaging like 2 power plays a game for the last month. The Penguins are. No one's fouling any of those guys because they know how deadly that power play is. And what do you think the chances are of that one being the best one ever?
Of what one?
The Penguins power play now.
It's I don't know how you compare it with other. It's very hard to do, but it's certainly the best in the league. It's awesome. Yeah. It's incredible to watch.
Okay, and go Jimmy. That's great.
Okay. See ya. We have an open line in the Green Line, Greenland. 1-800-944. We could probably get better response on Greenland, I'll tell you that. Those bastards, they got nothing else to talk about. Do people actually live there? Then I love the guy that calls up Phil yesterday to show you how confused the public is. This guy calls up, Rick, it was a Julio, so that explains it. They're confused. They got like a gender confusion thing there. So he's talking about all the rest of the station and this and that. And, Rick gets to go to all these exciting places. And Phil says, you mean Neil? Oh, yeah, well, Neil's been to Amsterdam. They don't have any idea who they're listening to, who's saying what. They're like clueless. They couldn't tell you if you held a gun to their head.
No.
Here's Sunrise. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going, buddy?
Okay, Pally.
All right, man. I've been down here for a while, and I haven't been a big Dolphins fan, but I just say, man, I'm totally happy now.
Yeah.
And I want to see my Steelers at least, go to this Super Bowl before the Dolphins dominate the whole thing.
Yeah.
And another thing, I heard you play this thing like a spoof of Macarena. I was wondering if you could play that again. It's called Melanoma.
Melanoma is a spoof of Meg Green?
No, Macarena. You know that stupid-ass song that you hear when you go into the clubs?
He said it's a spoof of Meg Green. Did you hear that, George? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Even I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. It's a total Miami thing, but,
Yeah. Okay.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, the deadheads are backing you, man.
For sure.
All right.
Get out of here, moron. We have an open line in Broward, 524, bad routine there, okay? Call up Chris Baker. He'll get you a gig. And, by the way, speaking of that, Guitar Man is, I'm sorry. So, anyway, it's 10. Poor Guitar Man. We tried to do something nice for him, and all we did was create a problem. We're trying to do something nice for you, Guitar Man. Our Center One total is $130,371, and you can add to it by ordering your best of CDs and cassettes and T-shirts by calling Center One direct at 561-0078 or by stopping into Borders Books, Music, and Cafe stores in Coral Springs, in Aventura, in Kendall, in Boca, Fort Lauderdale, and in Mayfair and the Grove. And this Saturday, noon to 2, we'll be at Borders in Aventura. which is 199th and Biscayne, just south of Ives Dairy. Phil will be there. I will be there. Rick will be there. Suds will be there. George will be there. The ganze Mishpacha will be there in Aventura, no less. So you be there, and let's goose that total up to 150 grand or else. It's 11. What do you say about Meg Green? Oh, she's coming back. 11 past noon at WIOD, because she was telling me on the boat the other day.
I'm such an idiot.
So this is about Meg Green, huh?
When I tan, they call me melanoma. I tan until I'm almost in a coma.
No.
Hawaii, Miami, and they never ever use any sunscreen. Sun with me, tan with me. Hope you don't mind, I'm a little freckly.
We lie in the sun till we get melanoma. We bake like a bun, you can smell the aroma. Our lights are all on, but there's nobody home. Hey, melanoma!
I spend all day at work planning that when I get off I'll go tanning. I get naked and fake bake it. How much longer is my skin gonna take it? My astrologist and numerologist have to help me find a dermatologist.
We lie in the sun till we get melanoma. We bake like a bun, you can smell the aroma. Our lights are all on, but there's nobody home. Hey, melanoma! We lie in the sun till we get melanoma. We bake like a bun, you can smell the aroma. We got lumps on our skin bigger than the Metrodoma. Hey, melanoma! We don't care if we get melanoma. We got the best tan from here to Arizona. We're glad we don't have genital condyloma. Hey, melanoma!
No. 12:16 at WIOD. So a nice lady in Palm Beach sent me this clipping from the Palm Beach Post. I just looked at this. It's written by Elliot Kleinberg, this story, who is the son of Howard Kleinberg, formerly of the Miami News. Anybody remember Howard Kleinberg? No? Remember Howard?
No.
Come on. Used to be a guest on my show back in those good old days. Well, Elliot's his son, and he's a good guy. So anyway, the story is alleged sins of priest resurface after 25 years. An altar boy story begins in the late 1960s in a Boynton Beach parish. In 1967, when Kevin Ralph Sidway was an 11-year-old Catholic altar boy, he and at least 4 other boys from a Boynton Beach parish told their parents the Reverend Rocco Charles D'Angelo had sexually assaulted them.
Father O'Toole, God.
D'Angelo admitted to being a molester, and the church, what had apparently done nothing when it received a similar report a year earlier, sent him to a psychiatric hospital, documents show. For the next quarter century, Sidway wrestled with his demons, attempting suicide at least once. His only consolation, his faith that the church would make sure his assailant never again worked with the parishioners, especially children. But during all that time, D'Angelo continued his priestly duties on the Gulf Coast, including 2 stints as head of a Tampa area church before retiring in 1993. And it goes on and on. It says, diocese is still paying for alleged sins. Hallelujah. Another isolated incident.
Father O'Toole, God.
Just one of the millions of stories out there in the naked city with all those priests, huh? What can I tell you? Here's a lady in Hollywood. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
Very excited about Jimmy Johnson.
How come the women are more excited than the guys?
I'm a season ticket holder. I am thrilled.
Thank God.
And to be honest with you, I sit in the wedge by the opponent's side, and that's where that stupid guy with that orange hat, what's his name?
Dolphin Denny?
Yes, he stands there. Believe me, we heckle, my sister and I heckle him every game.
He could be the world's biggest asshole, you know?
We tell him
next
to go
Larry
home.
King.
He's so drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's disgusting. So, Jimmy, please get rid of Dolphin Denny. I hate him.
Amen.
And the third thing I wanted to let you know, because I don't think anybody has told you yet, the guy from The Guiding Light, the one that played the man and the woman, whatever.
Brent Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah. It was in the paper yesterday, in the Herald. It was reported they found him in his dressing room.
Yeah.
Going crazy, removing his clothes and flipping out. He had like a nervous breakdown, yes.
Are you serious?
He had a nervous breakdown. He started removing his clothes, and he was naked in his dressing room, flipping out.
Oh, my God, what a grotesque thought.
And
now, was he Marion or Brett at the time?
Who knows? I don't know if he was wearing a bra or, underwear, but...
Or both.
he's apparently, that's why nobody has said anything. He's apparently in some kind of a sanatorium or some psychiatric ward. He's like flipped out.
Oh, my God.
So,
see,
yeah,
those soaps will drive you crazy whether you're watching them or in them.
Well, you know, he was probably real confused.
I would think so.
He was like 3 people, and he didn't know
How'd you
what
like to be wearing all that heavy pancake makeup over that phony puss?
He wasn't sure what the heck he was there. So that's why you've been having all these lousy actors on there, because they can't seem to find anybody. It was like such short notice.
Yeah.
So.
And I guess he ain't coming back anytime soon.
No, I don't think so, unless it's in a straitjacket or something like that. Increíble. Anyway, thanks, Neil.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
See ya. See, leave it to our audience to fill in the blanks there. How do you like that? But one thing she did point out, that's our second call today, the most important thing for you to do, Jimmy, the first official act.
Dolphin Denny is a dork. Oh!
And must go. Immediately, if not sooner. We have an open line in Broward, 524-9463. 524. Here's a lady mobile in Wellington. Hello.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
That was my article.
Well, great.
But what I thought was interesting, I highlighted it for you, was that they talked about some group that caters to people that were abused by clergy.
Yeah.
90% of the people are Catholic that are in the group.
Yeah, Chicago-based Link Up. Survivors of clergy sexual abuse says 90% of its victims are Catholic, and 90% of those were molested as young boys.
Yeah, not Baptist, not Episcopalian.
Right.
Catholic. It's very...
What a shocker, huh?
Yeah, it's really a shame.
And like you said, this whole concept of celibacy sure makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Right. Well, have a good day, Neil.
And thanks a lot.
Bye.
See ya. WIOD.
Yeah. Who's this?
Me.
I got something to say.
Yeah.
Everyone in South Florida has brown eyes today.
Cute, huh? Open line in Broward, 524-9463. Well, he should know, because you know what they say, it starts at the top and kind of runs down. Open line on the green line is where it is at 1-800-944-9463. It's 1221 at WIOD. There's a place in the Midwest where time-honored traditions and patience come together to make some of the world's finest cheese, Amish country cheese. And we just had some here, the Havarti, the Danish Havarti with the dill, and they're Swiss, and almost no carbs, by the way, for you Atkins people, and delicious. All natural Amish country cheeses are made in the Amish regions of the Midwest. You'll taste the old-fashioned goodness in the Colby Longhorn, Swiss, Havarti, Jarlsberg Light, low-sodium Swiss, low-sodium Gouda, and Amish country hoop cheese. That's a wedge of old-fashioned mild cheddar dipped in red wax to protect the great flavor. Lots of great ways to enjoy Amish country cheeses, like Swiss melted over bacon on toast under the broiler, or cross your hamburger with strips of Colby and cream Havarti for a gourmet taste, or a Swiss or traditional cheddar burger. Amish Country's low-sodium Swiss could be the best low-salt cheese you've ever popped in your mouth, so look for Amish Country cheeses like the Jarlsberg and Jarlsberg Light, plus the new variety of 50% reduced fat cheeses. Amish Country cheeses, you'll find them at your favorite grocery store, and if they don't have them, you'll be sure and go in there and jump up and down like Rumpelstiltskin and tell them you want them.
A stench of cow manure hovers over this performance by the Dolphins.
Ladies, why spend hard-earned money on different feminine hygiene products when all you need is one?
Vag-O-Magic.
That's right. All new Vag-O-Magic is over 22 feminine hygiene products in one. Just listen. For cramps, bloating, and 12-hour freshness.
Vag-O-Magic.
For bladder infections, stretch marks, and varicose veins.
Vag-O-Magic.
For PMS and STDs, it's
Vag-O-Magic.
But wait, there's more. Vag-O-Magic is also a furniture polish, carpet deodorizer, and stain remover. Use Vag-O-Magic on your pets to control ticks and fleas. Use Vag-O-Magic as a plant food or garden mulch. Use Vag-O-Magic as a tampon or a turtle wax. Vag-O-Magic will even freshen the breath and whiten the teeth of your partner. And Mom, just sprinkle some Vag-O-Magic on that dull Monday night meatloaf, and we guarantee there won't be any leftovers.
Great Vag-O-Loaf, Mom.
Why, if we didn't have court cases pending with the FDA, we could give you literally hundreds of uses for Vag-O-Magic. Vag-O-Magic, now available in reusable 28-ounce bottles. With our patented no-slip Kung Fu grip applicator handle, Vag-O-Magic makes a great stocking stuffer, and it's now legal in 38 states at fine pharmacies, convenience stores, and auto body shops everywhere.
Vag-O-Magic.
It's just like Penn and Teller in my pants.
Vag-O-Magic. It works. Like magic.
1225 at WIOD. Open line on a green line. 1-800-BOCA don't give a crap about Jimmy Johnson or Don Shula or the Dolphins or about the future of this community or about the one little bright spot in our lives. They don't care. They got nothing to say up there. And when they do call, it's caca. except for that nice lady, by the way, who sent me the article. And I'm sitting here reading the rest of it now. It's a very, 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 very lengthy. Scandals cost millions, shatter confidence. But the publicity has also led to at least some false accusations against priests, like 1 out of 1,000. And it goes on and on. Well, what can I tell you? Just isolated incidents. It's just all those anti-Catholics out there spreading nasty stories. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to ask you some questions, and then I'll hang up and listen to your answers. When players are let go, and like Coach Shula or his assistant, how does that finance work? Does he have to pay money to them, or what?
Of course, they have to pay him off for whatever their contract is. They pay him off.
And
they give him a check and a salami sandwich, and they say goodbye and don't eat it too fast.
Yeah, well, that's for the players too, right?
Right.
And Coach Shula.
But you see, now it's such big business that you can't even keep track of it unless you're a goddamn country lawyer, because they got restricted free agents and unrestricted free agents, and they got it's too complex. Who the hell knows?
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
I was just curious, and I'm glad to see the change, and I wish Coach Shula good health and happiness. He's earned it. And,
No.
I beg your pardon?
I said absolutely correct.
And I enjoy your show, and thank you very much.
And thank you.
Bye.
No. We have an open line in Dade, 751, one on the green line, 1-800-YAHOO, 1-800-944-9463. The next call from Boca Raton could be the greatest call in the history of mankind. Mark my words, you just keep your eye on that line 8, George. Watch it. You just wait. I'm telling you, I can feel it, I can smell it. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
We're happy that Jimmy Johnson is here, and now that we have Don Shula's retirement, the only thing we need left is for your retirement.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And
you're a douchebag.
Yeah.
Yes.
And blow it out your ass.
Say, do you go out to Hollover and get melanoma with all those
No, I
naked
sure
men?
don't. Do you? Yeah, you must seem to know a lot about it. You must.
No, I
You seem
watched
to be
you
the
out
expert,
there.
including on this show. You must know a lot about it because you listen every day, and every time you call, it's the same story. So you must be transfixed. I could never retire until you croak. So if you die, maybe that'll give me an opening.
Hey, I think Phil Henry ought to replace you.
Yeah, okay. So he can be on from 10 to 6. How's that?
That's right.
Okay.
And you're retired.
And you know what?
And you're a douchebag.
Still blow it out your ass.
Bye.
Okay. Open line in Dade, 751 and one on the green. Bye. Yeah. Really weak, pal. Really weak material. Open line in Dade, 751 WIOD, and one on the green line, 1-800-944-9463. Here's a lady in Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm great.
I'm really glad Jimmy Johnson's on his way, or here, or whatever.
Right.
I think it's great. We finally have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing right there.
It's big.
It's big.
It's really big.
I don't know how big, but it's big.
It's big from what I hear.
So I just want to say that pretty happy about that.
All right.
All right?
Go have a party.
I'm having a party.
Good.
You're invited.
See ya.
Bye.
She's having a party. Open line on the green line, 1-800. I thought that guy before her was better. 1-800-944-94. Hey, listen, like the woman that called like 3 calls back, just write me a check. That's all. I'll be more than happy. I don't even have to come in tomorrow. Just write me a check. That's the deal. Contract. We got about 4 years to go, and that's it. And I guarantee at the end of those 4 years, I'm not going to overstay my welcome. I mean, what the hell? 24 years, that's long enough. By the way, March 1st makes 20 years I've been on the air in this town, and I bet you Melissa Ruggieri writes something really nice about that. Don't you think so?
No.
Here's a mobile in Davie. Hello.
Hey, Deal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they just threw me out of the training facility over here at Nova University. Can you hear me?
Meaning what?
Well, it's for media only. I snuck in. I was trying to get in there and see what was going on. There was a bunch of media personnel out there, and a security guard came over and tossed me
Well,
out.
I think there's a good lesson to be learned there. Probably Fat Rich could learn the same lesson, too. It would be very valuable in life, and that is don't go where you're not supposed to be. Don't go where you're not wanted.
I'm visiting from Jersey. It's pretty nice out here. I've never been out this far west.
Yeah?
Yeah, have you ever been in Davie?
Have I ever been in Davie?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I heard that you've been in Davie quite a few times.
No, I've been through Davie very rapidly.
Oh, yeah. Well, how did Davie like it?
How did what?
How did Davie like it?
Davie what?
Well, you said you've been in Davie.
Davie Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye, asshole. Open line on the green line, 1-800-944. In fact, my roommate's name in college, he was from Jersey, and his name was Tom Davie, and I never was in Davie. But that's another story. He was kind of ugly. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay.
That last guy was really unfunny.
He was as good as that other guy before who was trying so hard to be funny that he cracked up at the end of the call, couldn't keep a straight puss.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
there's all these different groups of types of callers. We have the callers who think that they're going to get my goat and get me all worked up by calling and pretending that they hate me or they're going to take some shot, and they think that I'm going to take it personal, where this to me is business. I couldn't give a crap what they say as long as the phone rings, as long as I get the paycheck, which I already got my check, by the way, this morning, sir, and that's it.
Well,
and they really believe that we take these things seriously.
They're just paying your check. That's
And
all
if they ever heard the callers on the Phil Henry show, including Larry King, they'd know that they're not serious.
No.
Right.
Well, they're just they keep listening because they love you. That's
They
why.
do. They couldn't live without it.
But home with the flu today, and opened up the paper, and it was can't wait for Jimmy to start kicking everybody out and bringing everybody in. Just wanted to say Jimmy Johnson, Lordy. And,
Lordy, yeah.
And
Lottie.
I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but this is the second time in a row. Now, I hate Wayne, but I mean, I hate the Tampa Bay area even more than Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the second time in a row that Wayne has personally shot upon the Tampa Bay area.
Good for him.
I mean, if you noticed before...
Thanks a lot, Wayne. We love you.
He did it with the Marlins, and now with Jimmy.
Right.
It's great.
Anybody who dumps on Tampa Bay can't be all bad in our book, right?
No. Exactly.
Yes.
All right, Neil.
Okay, pal.
Take it easy.
See ya. Get some Clearasil for Wayne, okay? Let's clear up our relationship with Wayne. And that ugly puss, too. We have an open line in Broward, 524-9463. 524. It's like that Julio that called Phil yesterday. Oh, I hate that, Neil. I hate that. And he goes on. And then he starts using every expression from douchebag to unbelievable. I mean, this guy, he could quote chapter and verse, this kid, everything I've ever said on the air. And, of course, he's probably a closet case, and he's, wrestling with it. And his conscience, too. Here's Fort Lauderdale. No, it's not. WIOD.
I'd like to speak to Neil Rogers.
Who?
Neil Rogers.
Why, you like his show or what?
Love it. It's great.
Thank God. Hello.
Hello.
This is me.
Neil.
Yeah.
How you doing? Jack.
Hey, Jack.
Pretty good. I was going to ask you a question about a boxing question. I don't know if we were talking on sports here.
Boxing question?
Yeah, boxing question.
Boxing is barbaric and grotesque.
Come on.
It is.
It's one of the greatest sports.
No, it is not. It's not a sport at all. Let me say it again. It's boxing, and boxing is grotesque and barbaric.
I think it's hard to think, see?
Yeah.
Okay, well, anyway, let me ask you a question. Have you heard of this fighter, Courage to Shakalava?
After I just got through saying that, why would you ask me a question about boxing? It's not a sport. I don't follow it. I have no interest in it. It's grotesque and barbaric. I heard somebody just say that. It's crap. It's for sadists.
All right.
It's for people who like cauliflower ears. It's for people who want to see the faces of death, parts 1 through 1,000. Have you seen those?
I've seen them.
Well, there you go. That's why you like boxing.
All right, well, answer this.
Call up the Weather Channel. They're selling a video of 80,000 greatest disasters. You can see bodies blown apart. You can see all kinds of...
Who could beat Tyson right now?
Huh?
Who could beat Tyson right
Princess Diana. We have an open line on the Broward line, 524-9463. See, you guys with your boxing, man. See, this is a joke. And they're hosing you like crazy, and you pay money for these fights to subsidize these overgrown morons, these illiterate assholes. And if they put it on pay-per-view, you spend your last 30 or 40 bucks. You can't even put a goddamn loaf of bread and a salami sandwich on the table. But give me my 30 or 40 bucks so I can support this guy. And half of them are fixed anyway. It's like professional wrestling now. Oh, don't say that. Yes, it is. Right?
I think it's hard to think, see?
I see. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
What he means is it's hard to think when you've had your brains bashed in for 10 years.
You're our number one cheerleader.
Yes.
I cannot believe these people are not excited about
They're not. They're
Jimmy.
not at all excited. I'm the only one. You and me and about 10 other people. That's all. That's all I care about is the same old tired crap.
Yeah, maybe if you put on a dress and show us a little ass and wiggle your ass and put
Right.
some makeup, maybe we'll get excited, you know?
Yeah, right.
Not all of those like peepees, like you.
Yeah.
So
Like
why don't
I
you
said.
do that, man? Show us some ass, man. You
Why
know?
don't you show some ass? Look in the mirror, pal. You can't get bigger than that. See, there you go. Just exactly what I just got through saying. There's one right there. Just exactly what I said. Right there. Just look in the mirror, man. I hope he's got one of those big, tall ones in the mirror, too. Here's Miami on the purple line. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
How you doing?
Okay.
Well, Jimmy Johnson coming to town is the best thing since the signing of Dan Marino.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see the cut list.
Oh, by the way, there was a Julio just now, so obviously he was wrong. He does like it. Yeah?
And
Trust me, they all like it. A lot.
I can't
Except
wait
for George, and he's not a real spick anyway.
I can't wait till they cut J.B. Brown,
Yeah.
Dwight Hollier. I mean, all these slow guys that
Right.
can't play defense.
Gene Atkins.
Gene Atkins got to go.
Right.
I hope Brian Cox gets out of here too. And I just hope Jimmy turns everything around and we can...
I hope they sit Brian in the back of the bus so we can, like, look forward and spit on everybody else.
and
Terrell Buckley, get him on that bus, too, right away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm an avid Dolphin fan, and I just didn't even want to watch football this year.
You're going to see a whole new regime this year. I'll guarantee you that. You can go to the bank on it.
And I hope so.
No more of this 3-and-out bull crap that we've been watching for 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, and I hope he gets rid of Stevens, too. I mean...
I don't think so. I think that's the one thing I'm a little concerned about. But, hey, listen, the guy, you got to give him a little bit of a vote of confidence because he seems to know what he's doing. So, you know,
yeah,
maybe he's got the right pill for him to take.
All right.
And maybe he knows where to stick it.
Yeah, and that thing with Larry King and Phil,
yeah,
that was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
No. Yes, it was.
I had to pull
Greatest 10 minutes in history.
No.
Yes.
All right, Neil. Thanks.
Have a great day, pal.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Yeah, see, that was another thing. Phil comes on there, does the best 10 minutes in the history. First of all, to show you what a Bush League town it is, this Melissa Ruggieri, she writes some shot at me because Larry says it's the worst talk show in America. Instead of writing, Phil Henry did the greatest con job on Larry King in history, made a jackass out of him, she writes, some backhanded shot about me.
No.
Yes. And then Phil gets done with that thing, and the phone is like dead. It's like there's no response out there where people ought to be just ringing the phone off the hook in hysterics, just peeing in their pantaloonies. It's just amazing. It just never ceases to shock and amaze, no matter how often you see it and feel it and smell it. It's 12:37 at WIOD.
8 people covering the news of South Florida and a guy on the prowl in Washington. Correspondents in L.A., Chicago, Atlanta, and around the world. That's why you get the best news on News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio. 610 WIOD.
Spread 'em and say cheese.
No.
Yank it, baby.
Tonight on A Current Affair, shocking videos of the Brady Bunch's all-night Wasson-oil orgies.
How about you, Cindy? Are you ready for it? Yeah.
Plus, never-before-seen episodes too racy for network television.
Mom, I'm coming. Oh, congratulations, honey. Why don't you go tell Alice the news? She's in her room.
That's tonight on A Current Affair.
Don't forget, our topic tomorrow will be Julio's flying out of the closet. We probably have to extend the show, so Phil may be able to take the day off tomorrow. That'll get that one guy upset. 12:41 at WIOD. We have a line ringing in Dade. I just mentioned that in passing. 751-9463. 751. Here's Davey. Hello.
Hello?
Yes?
Yes. Isn't it about time you leave Don Shula alone?
What is it?
Leave Don Shula alone. He retired. Is everybody happy now?
Is this a woman or a man?
It's a man. I got a cold.
Oh, my God. This isn't Brett Lawrence, is it, from The Guiding Light?
No.
Put your clothes back on, Brett. Come on. People are starting to talk.
I think it's time to leave him alone.
What do you mean by leaving him alone?
Harassing him.
Nobody's even talking about him today, barely. We're talking about Jimmy Johnson. So in other words, we shouldn't be happy that Jimmy Johnson is coming. We should be in mourning for a few months. Would that make you happy?
He sucks.
Oh, that's what the problem is. It's got nothing to do with Shula. You don't like Jimmy Johnson. That's what it is. So why didn't you say that?
Falls.
What is it?
I hope he falls.
He what?
He doesn't make it.
You hope he doesn't make it?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a jerk.
And
you're a jerk.
Takes one to know one. Okay, asshole. Open line in Broward, 524. Now we're getting the good callers that I was talking about only moments ago. This is what it's all about in this town. One asshole after another. 524-9463, 524-WIOD. It hopes that Jimmy, and I say it, very, I'm not really sure what that was. I think it was Brett Lawrence. Come on, put him back on the show, okay? So maybe he's losing his mind. That would be great. Can you imagine that? Just absolutely for real psycho. He might actually throw Lucy right off the goddamn light tower. The lighthouse, whatever it is. Lighthouse for the stupid. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay.
Sounds like you got a bunch of real ass.
We got ass up to your earlobes today, man.
I'm telling you. How can you not be excited? Something really good happens in this
And this goes to show you. This is the response from the IOD audience. We got a bunch of wise asses out there who like,
How can you? It's got to be the best thing that happened to this town, I'm telling
you.
you.
In a long time. I mean, I can't think of anything else too great going on here.
I want to know if Oliver, Dottie, and Stevens are splitting the cab fare from Davie to the airport.
They're in Davie, is what I hear.
They're going to split the cab fare.
They're going to spend a lot of time in Davie.
Did you hear the Hummer last night?
No, I did not, thank God.
Yeah, well, he listens to your show. I figure maybe you pay him back by listening to his.
No, once in a great while during a break. Let me say it again. Anybody that would listen to the Hummer while Phil Henry is on the air needs very serious assistance.
Well, actually, it was at the end of Phil Henry and Defoe was coming on, so it was...
Like I said, that was, that I understand it.
The lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
And he had the Penthouse Pet of the Year on his show in his studio.
What does that have to do with sports?
That's what I wanted to know. I couldn't figure out, but he had the Penthouse Pet of the Year in his studio, and they were she was going to be performing at some club in Miami, and they were going on and saying that there was a free buffet at this club.
Oh,
so Hank,
that's what it was.
No.
Yes, it was. More free food for the hamster.
And he says, well, what time does the buffet start? And they said it's 6 o'clock. So they go, well, I get off at 7. Is it still going on
Yeah,
at 7
save
o'clock?
some for me. Put some aside for me. Put 20 or 30 plates over in the corner for me. The hamster.
No. I thought that was the funniest thing.
Unbelievable. Yeah, see what I'm talking about here? One of the big news stories that ever broke has come down the pike, and they're talking about everything but in this town. I don't get it. I just don't understand it.
I thought it was the funniest thing.
They could be dropping nuclear weapons on Sunrise right now, and somebody be calling and asking if they're still going to have the early bird.
Well, that's all the old folks there.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay, Neil, in closing, can I call one of my coworkers a douchebag?
Yeah?
The Italian Iceman, a major
Oh,
douchebag.
jeez. Okay, get out of here. Oh, now I got a headache. Just from that name. We have an open line, and he actually showed up at the... did you see him there? He was at the Borders in wherever we were, Coral Springs. The Italian Iceman. Another guy looking for vindication, validation, illumination. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Man, I don't know what's up with the phone lines today. You, me, and probably 10 other people are the only excited people in this goddamn town.
Yeah, and half of them, they're just faking it.
I believe, though, you wait till Johnson gets in there, people will start crawling out of their crack when he starts winning and his team starts winning. What do you think?
When his team starts winning, yeah.
Well, what do you think he's going to...
They're waiting to jump on the bandwagon now.
Well, now the new thing is, what do you think about Emmitt Smith? He's free after next year.
I'm the one that just got through saying that about 50 times in the last 3 days. And saying, wouldn't it be great that we actually have a running back who can run like a man? We have an open line in Dade, 751-9463. That seems to be the word of the day today, baby. It's the word of the day, and it rhymes with, that's it. 1245 at WIOD.
News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
I've been doing this a long time. I know how to do a talk show. I've been doing this a long time. I know how to do a talk show. No.
Now, another episode of Street Corner Snap Sessions. We join our contestants Mike D and Crazy Kyle, already in progress.
Yo, man, check this out. Your mom's nose is so big that when she lay on her back, it looked like the Bat Cave.
That's messed up. Now, check this out. Your mom's head is so big that she got to get her hair braided by angels. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up whack. Fool, check this. Your mother's ass is so big. Before God said, let there be light, he told her, yo, move your big ass out the way.
Man, come on, yo.
Yo, you ain't got nothing on me.
I did. Check this out. Your mom's ears is so big that bitch can hear bacon frying up in Canada. Shit.
Yo, man, nah. My mom's ears ain't that big, but my machine gun might be, you know what I'm saying, little fool? Yeah.
My goodness. I've got a taste for bacon. Got to go. Tune in next time for another episode of Street Corner Snap Sessions. My, how I love pork. Pork products of all types.
Yeah, I'll bet. 1251 at WIOD. In fact, that ties in with our show tomorrow, as Julio's really like their pork. Here's Mobile in Doral. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm ecstatic. I'm doing cartwheels as we speak.
Are you?
My God. Thank God Jimmy's back.
Thank the Lord.
My goodness.
Even if we just got the hair, even if we only got that in the beginning, that would be a start.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm on my way to get the season tickets now.
Good. Great. That's what I want.
I'm doing it.
I want to see this town show its fat foot forward here and cut loose with a little bit of cash.
I mean,
jump on a bandwagon and let's stay there. Let's give this guy a chance for 3 or 4 games.
And I think this also...
And then if he blows it, we'll...
Well, I'm not trying to suck around now, but I do think that this shows the power that you have in this town.
That's right.
Because
considering it's the worst talk show in America, it's amazing that I have this much power, isn't it?
Well, this transition that took place between Chula and this guy and Johnson, this thing was set. This thing was probably done weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this has just been, some sort of a little setup.
Little window dressing out there for us.
Exactly.
That's right. It's a done deal.
Yeah, this is just too quick. You just don't find a head.
It was all orchestrated. It was like following a script.
Yeah. And finally, in closing.
Yes, sir.
Jimmy, grab the Johnson.
All right. We have an open line in Dade, 751-9463, 751. He said something about he wants to grab Jimmy Johnson. Is that what he said? Okay, he'll be a guest on the show tomorrow. Here's Boca. Hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yes, congratulations.
Must be a payphone.
Pardon?
Are you on a payphone?
Yes, you were talking about Boca being dead.
Yeah, it is.
I pulled off the road to call you.
Boca blows.
I know. I'm amongst all the cadavers here. Just wanted to congratulate Jimmy Johnson for taking the job and get ready for the going away parties for Brian Cox and all the other assholes on that team.
Yes! Okay.
All right.
See ya. Don't call us on a payphone, will you please? I'm not talking to him, just anybody. Don't call us on a payphone unless it's absolute, like life and death, because they all sound like crap. And why is that? We keep investigating that. We can't come up with an answer. Probably because some shoddy assholes are putting those payphones out there since it's like, isn't that like private enterprise now? Right. Everybody's got a bunch of payphones. Great. Here's West Palm Beach. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
The worst phones are People's Telephone, I think, anyway, up here in West Palm Beach for the payphone.
What is that?
That's
a company that's one of those Mickey Mouse.
That do it. It's called People's Telephone.
Terrific.
All they do is steal your quarters. Listen, we've been hearing a rumor up here that they made an offer for the Panthers up here, and they've been screwed around by Wayne or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Which probably sounds like he's probably trying to, up the price.
Panthers aren't going to Palm Beach, pal. Forget about that. The Panthers are not going to Palm Beach. Nobody wants to go to Palm Beach.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It is.
Nah.
No, nobody's going to go to Palm Beach. It's not going to happen. Let me ask you, where are they going to play?
Well, the group that made the offer has a stadium site already, so
yeah.
They also own an NFL team up, they own, Pittsburgh. So,
nobody's going.
Let
me say it again. There is nobody is going to West Palm Beach to a hockey game. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, if the Panthers go, you can come up and see our local team.
We're not going. Let me say it again. Don't take it personally unless you want to. We are not going to West Palm Beach. We are not driving all the way up there an arm and a leg to West Palm to see anything.
Yeah. Listen, we're all getting in the bus to go down and buy our season tickets.
All right. Come on down here,
man,
where there's some real life. Not too much, but a little bit.
It's Jimmy time, and if we can have a going away party down there for everybody else, that'd be great.
All right. See ya. Bring a salami sandwich. We have an open line on the green line. Yeah, we're going to have the Panthers in Palm Beach County. Right, we're going to put them like up there, like in Jupiter, way up there, way up north, like, what's the north, like in Stewart would be good, which I don't think is even in Palm Beach, is it? Isn't that Martin County or some yokel thing like that? Let's put them up there like in Fort Pierce so we can have a nice, relaxing drive to and from the game. Here's Plantation. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he forgot about me. I have a question for you.
Yeah?
This guy called a little while ago, said everybody in South Florida has brown eyes. What the hell does that mean? Do you have any idea?
He said something after that. We had a dump, so I would consider the source, okay?
Well, that's good, because he's a Jets fan.
Oh, is that it?
So if that tells you anything, he's a loser.
Well, he ought to know his crap then, because if he's a Jets fan, he's got it up to his eyeballs.
Definitely.
But at least, we're going to get Jimmy Johnson. He's got Rich Kotite, so I guess he's got a lot to talk about.
There you go. I am very excited about Jimmy being here.
Yeah?
So I'm one of the few, and we're strong. We'll be all right.
Okay, but don't overdo it because they're getting pissed off.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too.
But don't party too much because they're getting pissed off because they don't want anybody to be positive. They love the negativity. See, I've known that all the time that I've been here. Anytime you try to be positive about anything, they get very upset about that. And as much as they bitch at me, oh, you're so negative. What are we going to get somebody out who's more positive? And then anytime you find something that you really enjoy and that you like, oh, we don't want to hear about that. No, that's boring. We want to hear him bitch and scream and bellyache and complain. Okay, you suck. How's that? Y'all suck. Now they're happy. We have an open line on the whatever that line is, the Boca Palm Beach line, where they're all so ecstatic because we're going to have all our teams up in Palm Beach County, and everybody like from Kendall and down there in Homestead, we're all going to get on goddamn busloads and truckloads and schlep all the way up there, right? I don't think so. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, listen. I was listening last night, rather, to Defo.
Yeah.
What is it, like once a week he just goes off on wrestling? He talked like for 20, 30 minutes on wrestling.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Here we got the big story. In fact, he's not even speculating. I mean, he's just already announcing it as though it's a done deal. Jimmy Johnson is the new coach. And then he went off on all these other things. He was talking first, he was talking about boxing, and then he went off to wrestling, and then my radio went off because I thought, what is this?
What's the difference between those two?
I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't understand what kind of a... Like I said, the sports shows in this town, they all suck.
Unbelievable. Listen, about the story Jennifer was talking about, necrophilia. We have to pass a law about necrophilia now?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What's the guy? Who's going to testify against the guy who's committing the act, by the way?
I don't know, but I think he's kin to Quasimodo.
It's unbelievable.
And has been hanging out in Aintree.
How many people is that law going to affect, do you think?
Esmeralda.
3? Hey, let's keep the drugs.
There's a lot of walk-in stiffs out there. I think that counts, too.
Okay, listen, let's keep the drugs out of South Beach bars and back in the high schools where they belong.
All right.
All right, thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
So it took all of this time, and now the porkers just discovered there's drugs in the bars on South Beach. Oh, my God. Better late than never, I guess, huh? They could ask like a school kid somewhere, and they could have told them that. But, they just discovered that because they're right on top of it, baby. And they're jealous because they weren't getting the good stuff. That's what it's all about. Here's a mobile in Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yes.
I just wanted to address that guy that was talking about the Panthers moving to West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. There's a Goodyear blimp right now flying all around West Palm Beach with big, huge Panther sign on the side.
Uh-huh. Well, that proves it to me.
Well, I think they're trying.
They're trying what?
Trying to get everybody hyped up about them up here.
Ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I live closer to up here, and I wish it would. But anyway, go Jimmy Johnson.
Okay.
Later.
You know something, I take back what I said before. We never want to lose our Palm Beach lines, and don't take this personally unless you want to, in which case I'd love it. But it's like, since we don't have the Tampa stuff anymore, we don't have those yahoos over in Tampa, St. Pete, and this really is a shot because you're not even in their league. But it's like a step away. See, like this guy, he means well, but he's stuck up there. And there's nothing up there. I mean, when I worked there 21 years ago, WJNO, 1975, I've told you this many times, you're tired of hearing it, I'll tell you again. It was not bad. It was okay. And that town has deteriorated, and it's just like whatever sign of life that used to exist there, it's basically gone. And the city itself, West Palm, is like one festering toilet now, and other than that, it's okay. And so they've become like wannabes. In other words, well, they can't do it down here in Miami, so we'll have it up here. You're not going to have it up there. In other words, we're pretty goddamn inept. We're embarrassingly inept. But, I mean, if we can't do it down here, you really think people are going to come flocking into Palm Beach County to see like a ball game or a hockey? You're dreaming. It ain't going to happen, man. It ain't going to happen. But I'll tell you one thing, not that I want to be selfish or anything like that, but that site out there at the Sawgrass, like about a block and a half from my house, sounds pretty goddamn good to me. So since Wayne is on the right track with all the other stuff, why the hell not just one more time?
Start your day with
please.
Rick and Suds.
I'll even make up.
Don't say we didn't warn you.
I'll kiss your balls. Come on.
Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Hey, buttheads, it's the 1 to 2 hour.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
Oh!
We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins.
Oh!
Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
Are you sure?
Miami Dolphins #1. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. Oh! And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
It's just about official, baby. He's in the bag, he's in the sack, he's in the air, he's in control, he's got that hair flowing.
Miami Dolphins.
You wanted them, and now you got them. Okay, we got them.
Yes, we're the
We.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
107 at WID, although I do think it's a sad, sad day when an announcement of this magnitude has to be pushed back a half an hour because Bubba's going to be speaking at 4. Bubba's holding a news conference at 4, so we got to push back the official announcing of Jimmy sign until 4:30, which I think shows you just how screwed up this country's priorities really are. We have an open line in Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD. Join our very, very mediocre party we're having here today. I sat down at 10. I thought it was going to be just a tremendous explosion of enthusiasm. And then, of course, when I found out that Defoe was talking wrestling and boxing last night for 2 hours, and when Fat Hank was on there trying to make it with some washed-out babe with big hooters, now we understand what it's really all about. There is no enthusiasm here. It continues to be big in the bush. Here's Hialeah on the purple line. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I am a Julio, and I am from Hialeah, and I'm an educated football fan.
All right.
And I'm gay, so, hey,
my
one of the
God.
gay Julios. There you go.
Here's the first honest caller we've had this month.
Hey, there you go. And I am definitely going to be roasting a pig today in honor of Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, all right.
The man is great, and thank God I can finally enjoy the game.
I think you just gave us all a good idea. Let's heat up the pork today in honor of Jimmy.
Yeah, I got an observation, though.
Yes?
You know why everybody likes Jimmy Johnson?
Why is that?
Well, he's Southern. Okay, he's a big talker. He can fill up a stadium, and he's got the hair. He's just like Elvis.
There you go.
There you go.
He is like Elvis. In fact, you know something? He may be the reincarnation of Elvis.
That's what I was thinking, the same thing. You never know. Everybody loves Elvis. Everybody loves Jimmy. Hey, and there's always sightings of him everywhere.
Right.
There you go. Well, there's your first gay Julio caller, huh?
All right.
All right. Have a nice day, Neil.
And back to you. Butch up, sweetheart.
All right, bye.
See ya. How do you like that? Another fag Julio, but this one's honest. He's the only honest one we got. Well, about 3 or 4 others. There's no reason to be hiding in a closet just because Mamacita's going to get all upset and, that maricon thing, they're all going to be calling you names. But, hey, you can call it back at him because you know that they are, too.
Papacito would be really upset.
Papacita'd be really upset because it makes him less macho, but he's too busy with his boyfriend. He don't got time to worry about him. We have an open line with his boyfriend and his girlfriend with the big ass. Or is it the wife the wife's got the big ass, the girlfriend's got the big hooters. I'm sorry, I keep getting that confused. We have an open line on the purple line, and that's for anybody that's got like AT&T Wireless and Mobile One Cellular. That's what it's for. Anybody that's got a cell phone, it works for free now. I guess you don't know that, do you? Because you've been kind of shut out for like a year now. For over a year, they've been shut out. Thanks to those Farbis and Nagoyim with that BS phone service. They've been shut out. Pound IOD, it works. How do you like that? Pick it up and give it a shot. It works. What a miracle, huh? Un miracle. Una, whatever that means. I don't know that stuff. I don't know from no spick. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm doing very well so far.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Wonderful.
I was over there this morning at the station, and you signed the inside flap of my Best Of CD.
I signed your flap, and it was a very enjoyable experience, yes.
I wanted to thank you for that. I heard you somebody ripping Defoe earlier. I heard that Defoe's going to be hosting the weekend show on Saturday.
Right. That's his punishment. That's his punishment.
I figured maybe they could find like a full-time weekend guy instead of having him on Saturday and Nickel on Sunday.
Is Nickel going to be on Sunday or that? Oh no, this is the best part of the deal. Wait till you hear this, which the audience doesn't know about yet. The new morning news guy, okay, from West Palm Beach.
Yeah.
He's not coming. He was going to be anchoring the Sunday Morning Weekend magazine, and he ain't coming, and he's not showing up either. So you're right. Nickelbag is going to continue doing Sunday mornings until they can find some clown to come in here.
Yeah, actually, I heard it straight from him because while I was waiting in the lobby for the CD to come back out, I heard him say that Defoe was going to be on Saturday and he'd still be here on Sunday.
Oh, my God. Well, that'll give you a good reason to sleep in late Sundays.
Or just go somewhere else and leave it on FM, maybe.
Or just turn over to Waxy and listen to the plant guy.
Well, listen, Neil, I got a shameless request for you. If you could play the Dave Game song.
Dave Game. They don't come any gamier than Dave.
All right, thanks again, buddy.
Have a great life, sweetheart.
You too, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Open line and date, 75. You know, this computer's starting to get me really, really pissed off. Do you know it? Have I made that clear to you or what? Because it's... That's why it's in Miami, because it's Bush League. It's Mickey Mouse. It's a shadow of...
If you want to see fat, Action News is where it's at. Dave Game. He weighs 500 pounds. He's a mile around. Dave Game. He'll eat pie, pork fried rice, and plantains.
Oh!
Dave Gaines. He's a traveler with no hitch. He's twice the size of Fat Rich. Dave Gaines. And with all of that girth, he really shakes the earth. Dave Gaines.
You son of a bitch.
Fat is fat, it's just that in a name. Dave Gaines.
This is Diana Morgan. We're taking you now to a special report from Dave Game. All-you-can-eat buffets. Are they as advertised? Dave?
Thank you, Diana. We're here at the local Sizzler, and have gone undercover.
Dave, undercover?
That's right, undercover. I'm approaching the all-you-can-eat salad bar for the 7th time.
Sir, don't you think you've had enough?
I thought this was a buffet.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, but nothing.
If you want to see huge, turn to 6 Action News. Dave Gaines. Yeah, he's 10 feet wide. He's even bigger than Jeff Hyde. Dave Gaines.
Oi!
Kentucky Fried Pizza Pie with no slice.
Oh!
Dave Gaines.
Okay, that's it. You've eaten almost everything.
Wait a
You're
minute.
out of here. Let's go.
I'm not done. I haven't had dessert. I'm not done. I'll call out sunshine.
Shame. Oh! Shame on you.
113 at WID. So anyway, I shouldn't have done that, should I? You might have got nervous. But anyway, the word is, this is serial, which you don't believe it probably, but it's real. Dave Game is no longer on camera. He is the computer guy now. He's like sitting on a computer, which is why they can't get any news through it on Channel 4, which used to be Channel... Seriously, they've taken him off the air. So we ought to give him a second chance. 113 at WIOD.
My name is Harvey Wireman. I'm an attorney at law in Tamarack, Florida. I listen to the Phil Hendry Show because I haven't been able to wheel myself over to the radio to turn to another state. I can't get over to the radio.
Phil Hendry.
Oh, I can't.
2 to 6 p.m. on News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio.
No way.
610 WIOD.
Get down on your hands and knees and lick my boots.
No. 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 No.
Me so horny?
No. No. No.
Please don't put out this turd. It's a piece of crap to me. Can hardly hear my words. Whatever happened to the rice you loved me do? We made Michael Jackson one rich mother. John wouldn't like this much. We used him as a crutch, and now we feel so cheap. So please, this song's a turd. I'm not a traveling Wilbury.
No.
This should not be heard. I'm flipping all the
Turned out like a piece of crap. This is way worse than being shot, I can tell you that.
118 at WIOD. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Hey, today is a great day, my friend.
I thought so.
I can
Until
only
I started
hope.
talking to these losers.
Well, I can only hope that this front-running town doesn't jump off the Jimmy bandwagon when they have maybe,
I don't think they're even jumping on yet.
Well,
They
I mean,
wanted it, they wanted it, they wanted it. Now they got it, and it's like, well, we're not so sure we wanted it.
Well,
And how come we're picking on the old Don?
Well, that's typical Miami, you know. Oh, we want Jimmy, but now, you know, we don't. And
Yeah.
it's the same thing with the Marlins, you know. Oh, we want a baseball team, but
now we don't.
only if they win world championships in the first couple of years.
Right. And how come the Panthers lost a couple of games on his trip, and thank God they're leaving?
Well, I called you last week because I'm that free agent Packer fan, and I still have that option with that team if Jimmy doesn't pan out, and I'm going to...
You're keeping your options open, right?
Right.
There you go.
I have a question for you about Wayne.
Yeah.
He wants a free stadium, all the gate receipts, all the concessions, all the parking, plus TV and merchandising and all that.
Right.
And he expects to get that? I mean, is he going to get that somewhere?
No.
Are other owners getting that anywhere?
No.
I don't know. He's going to sell them. They're gone. They're going to Nashville.
But,
with
I mean,
a banjo
that's
on their puck.
I mean, is that just really outrageous? Or
He is outrageous. Don't you understand? The deal is, it's like the Jimmy Johnson thing. There's a whole, you know, the caller that called in before, I gave him short shrift because I was riding a high on with this euphoric Jimmy is here thing. But I think he had a good point. The way this thing has been orchestrated, you know, the public was teased and taunted. And, you know, do we want Jimmy? Do we want the Don to retire? And greater things are going to, you know, greener pastures are on the other side with Jimmy. And it kind of is a real good cover-up and a smokescreen just at the time when probably in about 3 weeks they're going to announce the Panthers are being sold to Nashville because you people won't build me an arena. But look at what a good guy I am because I brought Jimmy Johnson in, and this is so much more important anyway.
I guess.
Doesn't it make sense? I think the guy was right.
Looking for somebody to pat him on the back.
Right.
Hey, can you make fun of some blind people? Because my girlfriend's blind and I love her.
No.
Have a great day, pal. Oh. We have an open line. We have an open line in Dade, 751. Do you hear that? Can I make fun of some blind people? Can you see your way clear to doing that? That's bad, man. That's really bad. We got a blind board op that works here named Mike, and quite frankly, he'd probably be better in management. Because our manager, well, that's another story. 121 at WIOD, George.
It takes a Men's Warehouse sale
But I'm
to
doing a
beat a
response.
Men's Warehouse.
See, I knew it would work. I knew it would work. Boy, you are so easy. You're so... I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you that you're so easy.
I wasn't even looking.
And there you go. That's probably... Well, what do you say about the blind people? Like I said, we got this blind board op.
I think it's hard to think, see?
I'm the Tyson guy with a big square head. I win all my fights except the ones in bed. Yes, I'm that Tyson guy who pounded Michael Spinks and showed him that his shorts and his boxing really stinks. I'm the Tyson guy who always is alert. I showed Carl Williams that the truth can really hurt. You're the type of guy that thinks that I'm a bum. So I just say to you that you are D-U-M-E dumb. I'm the Tyson guy with my weaving and my bobbing. I only lost one fight and the bitch's name was Robin. I'm the Tyson guy who makes the people laugh and put the man down in a minute and a half. I'm the Tyson guy who makes the people stare just because I keep all my cash in Don King's hair. I'm the Tyson guy, and the public just attacked me. And if you don't believe it, then you had better ask me. I'm the Tyson guy. That's right, I'm heavyweight champion of the world. I'm gonna kick your butt. I'm that Tyson guy. When Robert Gibbons comes around, I'm gonna kick her butt. Yes, I'm that Tyson guy. Next fight comes in my face, I'm gonna kick you. Know that I'm that Tyson guy. Don't mess with me or I'm gonna kick your butt.
126 at WIOD. Can you explain something to me? Why is it that they have to have another trial for Nick on a Young and a Horny when the perpetrator of the shooting, the rapee in the case, Amy, has already come forward and said that she did the shooting? What do they have to have another trial for?
Because that's the way it is.
Because they have to drag it out for another 2 months? And because we have to have more confrontations with the Warp Man, who this time will have a better shiv or something like that? We have an open line on the board, just one, and look at where it is. It's on the purple line, which we opened up for the whole world now, and that's sitting there dead, which is really very depressing at pound IOD. But anyway, in the meantime...
Miami had Don Shula, but now he's history.
Yes!
But now we have Jimmy Johnson, and that's okay by me. But we still have Cox and Kosar and Dan's Titanic lips.
No.
And their sister Mary Mandich has another new ass to lick. It's the same Miami Dolphins.
No.
Miami Dolphins.
No.
Miami Dolphins and JJ. Yes, it's just the same Miami Dolphins.
No.
Miami Dolphins.
No.
Miami Dolphins is still
Ooh, I like that little hum job there on the end. 128. Must be almost time for the Hummer to come on, huh? So we can talk about Playboy bunnies or something like that. How's that Bunny Barber doing? How's Jim Gallant doing and that other asshole that used to be here, Mike Abernathy? Oh, boy, we could go through all those great stories. They could tell you some Larry King stories, those two guys, but I'm sure somebody probably would just as soon keep them quiet.
No.
Yes. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello? Fort Lauderdale.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil?
Yes?
First-time caller, long-time listener.
Okay.
I know you like the ponies, and I've got a little pony story for you. Racing story. If you've heard it, just tell me and I'll stop.
What, it's a joke?
It's a story.
Yeah. Okay, we have an open line in Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD. Here's Boca. Hello?
JJ, you blew the brainstem out. The poor old man, he would never admit that his coaching skills started to suck. JJ.
They can't always be great. He usually has some pretty good stuff. You know who that was, don't you? Do you know who that was, George? George?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it's this guy. Isn't it? Isn't it? No. It's not?
No, this guy was good.
You're wrong. That's who it is.
And why wouldn't he use his guitar?
Maybe somebody stole his guitar. This is Miami, okay?
No, this is good. The other guy sucked.
No, this is the guy who I said they can't always be good. That's why I said it. Which they can't always be good. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good.
Oh, man. Instead of driving around the freeways, you should have been on Brazilian Airways. All your friends call you the Jews. They say, I hope the jail guards take care of you. Like Tina Turner,
Yeah, that was him. 1:30 at WIOD. Just didn't have the guitar and he didn't have the greatest material today, but that was him. Trust me, I have an ear that's unimpeccable. Even Ross Perot never had an ear like mine. Here's Miami. Hello.
Jimmy, 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 Jimmy.
Oh, there's the line from The Exorcist. Why you do this to me, Jimmy? Remember that? I remember that. We have an open line in Dade, but he was only dreaming. And by the way, this is all a dream, too. Jimmy's not coming. Not for love or money. Open line in Dade, 751 WIOD, and one on the green line is in Palm Beach, where it's free, we pay for it, and you still don't want it, which we understand, because it's the worst talk show in America. 1-800-944-9463, 1-800-944-WIOD. Here's Miami on a Broward line. Desperado, hello.
It sounds like it's a musical 1 to 2 hour.
It's starting to be, isn't it?
It's going to be tough to follow up Guitar Man, but if I may.
Yes?
Now Jimmy has the Dolphins, and he'll build us a team. Wayne took the balls from Shula. Please don't say that's mean. End of an error. Out of the pound. Now Jimmy's in control. The Don can rest. We got the best. No more Shula balls. Oh!
No.
I love it. Not bad.
Have a great day. Who says we're not celebrating?
Okay.
See ya.
They're celebrating. A little bit too much. Maybe he was with that bitch from Palm Beach. Maybe they were sharing the same Grandma Boone bottle. Of course, I know where she was putting it. We have an open line in Broward, 5249463, and still one on that. Look at that. See, that one doesn't even have a dial tone, so you can't hear it. But, oh, I like that effect, though. I like that little squeal. Do you hear that? It's gone. 1-800-944-9463 in Palm Beach, in Jupiter, in Lake Worth, in Lantana, in Boynton Beach, in Boca, in Delray Beach, all those other places up there, which we know we've got millions and millions and millions of people standing by and hanging on every word. 4:30 this afternoon, right in the middle of the world-famous, prestigious Phil Henry Show, we'll have the live coverage of the Jimmy Johnson press conference with Wayne and the Ganze Mishpacha. It'll be made official. He's over at the Dolphin camp right now, and he's telling them, he's giving them their stories. He's giving a walking papers to certain people over there and telling them, hey, have a nice life. Here's a sandwich from Subway and get out of my face. It's a done deal, baby. It's done, and you people should be celebrating, and you're not. Because after all, it's just a football coach. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
How you doing?
Okay.
Thank God he's gone. I was a good supporter of him, but he's history.
Yeah, you've withdrawn your support. They're sagging.
Bye-bye. See you later. Don't let the door hit you in the ass. And all that other good stuff. And for Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah?
Jimmy Johnson,
We have an open line. I mean, why even bother? Open line in Dade, 751-WIOD. And one on that green line again. Oh, my God, I'm telling you, we're yanking those lines out. Right at 2 o'clock, straight up and down. We're yanking the green lines out. You'll never be able to communicate with us again. We've done this with you before. Remember we used to have, like, the one white line and we had the yellow line right up there, back up there? They're just too cowardly to speak to me. Make no mistake about that. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
How you doing?
Okay.
As happy as I am about the JJ.
There's a reservation here.
Man, who does Stevens have pictures of?
Probably all of them.
That's all I want to know. The man's been the same offense for 10
He's probably got a
years.
hidden camera in the locker room in his showers.
I see. I've been a Dolphin fan since I knew what football was.
Yeah.
The last 10 years have been just painful. You know every play they're going to run every time.
Yeah, that's right. So does Marv Levy.
So, I mean, one of the reasons I was psyched about Shula getting going bye-bye, Shula bye-bye, was Stevens and Oliver go bye-bye with him.
Right.
And he's staying.
And I've always had the feeling that Marino hated Gary Stevens like poison.
He's always giving him those dirty looks.
Screaming at Gary Stevens and calling. Remember that Atlanta game? The only reason they got that touchdown is because Marino, he shook off the play and said, get out of here. No way. I'll call my own play. And he threw the touchdown pass to O.J. McDuffie or whoever it was.
I love it when he runs a play that goes like -5 yards and he just gives Stevens a look.
Right.
They always show it.
But I think that...
the most unimaginative offense in the NFL.
Maybe Jimmy's got the picture on Gary Stevens and maybe he's going to, whip him into shape. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. After 10 years? Do you really think that
maybe he's going to be calling the
change what he
shots?
does?
Maybe he's just going to be calling the shots, and Gary's going to be a gopher. Gary's going to bring him takeout from Pizza Loft.
Well, they said the reason Shula wouldn't get rid of those people is because they all did what he said, and he didn't want to have to bring anybody else in and train them.
Yeah.
So maybe that was...
Of course, don't forget, I mean, that's just the story, but it's not a done deal that Stevens is staying. That's what everybody is saying, but that's, that's up to Jimma.
Oh, geez, I'd love to see him go by.
I would pack him several sandwiches.
Back to college, go play for East Tennessee State Girls School.
Amen.
All right, well, in closing,
or maybe
not
the
everybody...
Citadel.
Huh?
Maybe the Citadel would be good.
Yeah,
have an all-girls team up there.
Girls intramural badminton or something. But in closing, not everybody from Gainesville is a redneck tough guy.
Okay.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Just most. We have an open line in Dade, 751-WIOD. We got one in Broward, and we still got one there on the green line in Palm Beach where you can't even shock them into their sensibilities. You can't shake them out of their lethargy. It's hopeless. Because we said we don't want to go up there to see no hockey games, and guess what? We won't under any circumstances. Get that through your head right now. We are not coming, okay? We're not coming to Palm Beach for love or money, and we're also not coming up there to Meisner Park. I know that comes as a great shock to some of you, but, hey, don't take it personal. It's business. It's just too far to come up there and sit and watch those lovely people at Meisner Park. Open line in the green line there, 1-800. It's ringing now as we speak.
8 people covering the news of South Florida and a guy on the prowl in Washington. Correspondents in L.A., Chicago, Atlanta, and around the world. That's why you get the best news on News, Talk, and Entertainment Radio. 610 WIOD.
Oh, Neil, my queen, God.
It's coming. Death, destruction, panic in the street. It's the apocalyptic music event of the summer. It's the Grateful Dead in concert. And if you make it out alive, you'll be grateful too. It's the Be Grateful You're Not Dead tour, starring the Grateful Dead. A bunch of fat, middle-aged men playing psychedelic rock songs about peace and love, while a new generation of angry young fans who totally missed the point riot in the parking lot because they're pissed off at the boomers for taking all the good stuff, ultimately forcing local authorities to cancel the show to prevent further further injuries and loss of life. It's the Big Grateful You're Not Dead Tour. Coming soon to a venue near you. Collapsible deck seating still available.
Okay, so she's laughing in there. I happen to like Brigham's. Yeah, those of you going to the All-Star game in Boston, you want a great Italian meal. Don't get sucked into going to the North End in Boston. They do have some good Italian restaurants up there, but many of them are highly overrated, and there's so many of them, you won't pick the really good one probably unless you're lucky. Go to a place called Milano's on Newbury Street, man, in the Back Bay. It is so good. I'm telling you, Milano's. It is just incredible. And, if you're on a diet, though, don't go there. They give you just enormous portions, and you start talking like this. Because your mouth is full of something. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil?
Yes.
I think the reason why a lot of people haven't been reacting...
Why aren't they reacting?
Well, I feel that they're smart. They're not jumping the gun.
What does that mean?
Well,
They're not jumping the gun for what?
He hasn't proven nothing here in Miami. He might have proved it in Dallas.
No, but this is what they wanted, though. Don't you understand? In other words, if this came as a surprise, if this was like out of left field and they had to like kind of analyze it, but this is what they've been screaming and shouting. They've been going to the games with big bags over their head and the sign saying, "We want JJ." This has been a cause célèbre in this town for months now.
Well,
has it not? Or have I just dreamed all of
I would have to say that is pretty typical in this town.
Yeah, that's right. They bellyache. Well, that's my point. They bellyache and carry on. We don't like this, give us something else. And then when you give it to them, it's like, well, I don't know if I really want this after. It's like a little kid with a toy,
Right, I think what it is, they want to be popular with the crowd.
Oh, is that it?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
But it really shows they really
saw all
don't
that.
care.
They saw all the emoting with Tony Segreto and Jimmy Syphilis. And now they want to have that mourning period. They don't want to overreact and piss off the Don. It's disrespectful,
Well,
all I know is I got my tickets all lined up for next season, and if they don't want to, it'll make for more parking room for the rest of us. Screw them.
Well, let's put it this way. I've always liked Don Shula and everything, but I knew there was time for a change.
That's right. It's not personal, it's business. Can't they understand? It's not personal, it's business. That's all.
Right. But, not to say in his heydays he was a great coach. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he was an offensive wizard.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the only guy to beat the Bears that year. I mean, we didn't exactly have a great team.
Yeah.
But I mean,
well, that's something to really remember, that we beat the Bears on a Monday night during their 15-1 season, right?
But so how long do you think it's going to take for Jimmy Johnson to get something going down?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. I'm not saying Super Bowl in 2 years, but 2 years before we really have a dynamite contending playoff ass-kicking team.
Well,
I mean, you can't expect it overnight. And seriously, if these people are going to be impatient and they're going to expect like 14-2 the first season and a Super Bowl appearance, I think that they're going to have expectations that are unrealistic.
Well, I mean, even though people were looking to go to the Super Bowl, he did bring them to the playoffs, AFC Championship last year, and brought them to the playoffs this year.
So?
And, well, why should people want
they backed into the playoffs this year thanks to Oakland blowing a big lead and thanks to the fact that Atlanta gave us a game and didn't kick that field goal. And when they did go to the playoffs, they got embarrassed and humiliated so bad that even he was hanging his head like a dog.
Well,
let's not try to rewrite history, okay? It's pretty clear what the past. You just got through saying so yourself, and now you're trying to talk yourself out of it.
Well, not really.
Okay, well, you think about it for a while. We have an open line in Dade, 7-5. Well, you see, they're not really sure. In other words, it's like I said, like a kid with a toy. Or it's like people go into a restaurant, and they look over the menu, and they say, okay, this sounds really good. I'm going to order this. And they put the order in with the waiter, and as they're sitting there talking and having their 18 martinis, they look over at the table next to them. And the people next to them who got there, a little bit sooner, their entree is being served. And they look at the plate on the table, they said, that other thing sounded really good, but that looks incredible. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, we wanted this, but maybe that's, yeah, right. Okay, whatever you want. Whatever you say. I can't change you. Here's Miami. Hello. What is it?
Okay, I was wondering, I heard about the breast enlargement thing. Can you...
Yeah. Pathetic. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Wait a minute. Like I said, here it is, somewhere over here. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Yep.
I just found out today that the Baltimore Orioles are going to be using Fort Lauderdale spring training facilities.
Yes.
I'm very excited about that.
Yes.
Because I think they're going to go all the way American League East.
Yeah.
You like that?
Well, I'm happy for you. We don't want to talk about boring stuff like baseball today, pal. Okay, there's an old fart. See, that's the only kind of people that care about baseball anymore is old farts like him, like the guy that asked me about the Bob Turley thing. And even that guy don't care about baseball. He just wants to make some cash from Bob's old balls. We have an open line in Broward, 524-9463, 524-WIOD. And who knows, maybe Bob's old balls are worth something these days, huh? The old Bullet Bob guy. Although at his age, I kind of doubt it. Here's Boynton Beach. Hello.
How fat is the Hummer? How fat is the Hummer? Can you weigh him on a scale? Can you ship him through the mail? How fat is the Hummer? Hi, Neil.
Yeah.
Being a season ticket holder, I do feel
So what's all this big scoop that you had the other day that we're still waiting to hear about, which you probably made up?
It's already happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, but seriously,
Likely story.
I feel
trying to
reborn
program
now.
the show again.
No, but I would
Greg from Boynton Beach, folks.
see, now I tried to be anonymous. And
Yeah, right. You try to be anonymous, right?
This is the first real call in about a year.
Just like Jackie Lee calling in and trying to be anonymous.
Oh, don't even compare me to that. No, I feel reborn. I feel it's the second coming of the franchise. I would get season tickets no matter whether Jimmy was here or not.
Just make sure they're not near mine.
No, I'm in the end zone.
Oh,
but
good.
I'll come see you.
Oh, yeah.
No, but the biggest difference that I'm looking for now is the pass rush. I mean, we're not going to see quarterbacks like Mike Tomczak, Steve Walsh, Boomer Esiason. Those
Jeff
guys aren't-
George,
Yeah, they're not going to write novels in the backfield like we
Jim
used.
Kelly in the playoff game, standing back there with 5 minutes to pick out an open receiver and pick his nose.
Oh, ridiculous.
And how come Manwich has been telling everybody the past 3 or 4 years, oh, you don't have to have a pass rush to, be a real playoff contender and be a winning team? This man, for a guy that played as many games as he did and took as many showers with the guys, he don't know squat.
Speaking of him, you put him in a room with Tony Segreto, Jimmy Syphilis, Hank Goldturd, and Don Shula. I think that Channel 4 Storm Center would have to issue flood warnings.
Channel 6.
Oh, 6, sorry.
You jackass.
What's the story with that no cart? You're obsessed with that.
What do you mean, what's
Where
the
did that
story?
come from?
I'm obsessed with it? I don't
you've
think so.
played it about a million times.
No.
Yeah.
All right, the only other...
You don't think that's great?
No.
It's the best.
Who is that?
It's Larry.
King?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Right. The only good thing on that WPUK-AM down the dial next to you, Joe Rose. I mean, it's...
No.
What?
That gap-toothed jackass?
Well, if Channel 4 was smart, they would put a big number 4 sign between the gap.
No, don't you think seriously that a guy who's working, he's on radio in the morning, he's on TV, he's whatever else he's got going, couldn't he afford to go, or at least Channel 4, if they're going to put him on the air, wouldn't they put up the money? They got a few bucks, for Christ's sakes. Why? I mean, they took Dave Game off the air, so they didn't have to feed him anymore. Why don't they take that money and take this guy to a dentist and get him some bonding there and fill in the gap?
It fits
I'm
him,
not trying to be personal with a shot there, but he looks like a jackass with that thing there. It's ugly. It's hideous.
He really is
And he's ugly enough without that gap.
He's genuine, though. He's the real thing.
He's genuine, yeah. Okay, well, listen, I'll arrange a date for you, Greg.
No, Paul...
No, I'm serious. I know that he and Robbie Niedermeyer have been out sheep hunting in the woods, but we'll get you in there. We'll fit you in.
Another thing, Paul Castronova.
Yeah.
You started the Pally thing, didn't you? A long time ago. That
Yes.
was you originally.
Right.
What he's doing that, and the thing he has Jeff Cohn from the Pizza Loft in the studio the other day, talking about his fingernails. Also, eating on the air.
Jeff Cohen was in here earlier this morning, uninvited, flashing those grotesque palm tree fingernails of his around. And now that I find out he's over there consorting with that asshole, with that fat tub of crap, with that rip-off artist Paul Castronova, I'm going to tell you right now, Jeff Cohen can suck my toes.
Yeah, well, not only
Oh,
that.
I guess he's already done that because he said he's done everything in the world.
Not only
Which
that.
I don't want to
then he
repeat
goes
the whole
into his-
conversation, but if you keep this up, I will.
What?
Go ahead.
Then he goes into his Phil Henry routine with the crank calls.
Oh.
I mean, these people, can't they be original? I
No.
mean, he's there paid to
No.
put records on.
No, that's
mean-
why he's ripping off old bits and sending them into the satellite comedy service. Well, listen, in closing,
In
we'll see ya.
closing, have
Yes?
you seen Jimmy's Johnson yet?
See ya. No, and I don't want to. Oh, God, what a horrendous thought that is. 149, although I'll tell you one thing, anybody who has a Corvette knows how to drive it. 149 at WIOD.
News, talk, and entertainment radio. 610 WIOD.
Hi, your loan is approved, right?
No.
We're out here on the streets of the city asking people what they'd do for a Klondike bar. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah?
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I don't know.
Would you kiss me?
Kiss you?
Just a quick peck on the cheek. It's for a Klondike bar.
Okay. Okay, give me my Klondike bar.
Oh, you can do better than that.
What do you mean?
Kiss me full on the lips.
On the lips?
For a Klondike bar.
Okay. Now, give me that Klondike bar. People are starting to look.
All right, I'll give you your Klondike bar, but first you have to kiss me open mouth with your tongue tickling my uvula.
Ugh.
It's for a Klondike bar.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. What are you looking at, lady? It's for a Klondike bar.
Yes, about that.
What?
Well, you see, I don't actually have a Klondike bar.
You don't?
No, but it was very nice meeting you. Very, very nice.
I'm going to kill you.
Chocolate-coated ice cream so rich and thick, there's no room for a stick. Who would you do for a Klondike bar?
Don't forget our topic tomorrow, Julios who crave the uncircumcised penis. Or is it, no, I got it wrong. Julios who crave the circumcised penis, not necessarily their own. Okay, so anyway, it's 154 at WIOD. I screwed that all up. Plus, also screwed up because the level was so...
No.
How is that possible?
No.
Can you believe that? The one time that I asked about the family business...
No.
Michael said no. No, seriously, it was like very bizarre. Maybe the cart was very loud.
Hi,
Oh,
your
yeah,
loan is
that's what
approved,
the
right?
problem was. That's what the problem was. The cart just like overwhelmed it. Because that's one of those old Roger Magellan carts.
Hi, your loan is approved, right?
No.
See, that would have been better. But anyway, let's go to Miami on the purple line. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
I'm going to leave you with another Wayne ripoff for the day.
Yes?
Well, my wife was chaperoning my 5-year-old to the circus today. Do you know they were going through the lunch boxes and taking out all the drinks of the kids, even after the school said absolutely no way take any money to the arena?
What does Wayne have to do with that?
Well, isn't Wayne's brother-in-law a part owner of the arena?
Well, yeah, but I don't think that they... well, maybe they do. I don't know. The Gestapo, of course, Wayne, I think, controls them.
Gestapo got out there, and they were taking all the kids,
Including that one big
drinks.
guy with the brown suit that always stands there cheerleading the crowd, that big goofy guy with the glasses that always is Wayne's bodyguard when he's at the hockey games. Yeah, he's the one.
My
it's
wife
the
went
Wayne
to
Gestapo,
security and
right.
everything, yeah, and they
Yeah.
said, hey, sorry, it's part of the arena's policy.
Well, didn't you hear the music when he went to the circus?
Zika, Zika!
That should have given you a little warning right off the bat.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
That's what I told her, and she says they were taking all the 5-year-old drinks out of their lunch boxes so they can't drink, so they'd have to buy drinks, and all the school said, absolutely no
In
money.
fact, I heard
to
the
go.
ringleader at the circus this year was wearing a different kind of boots, like up to his crotch, you know, and wearing that SS buckle on his belt.
Yeah, they said Wayne
Just a
was out there
coincidence.
doing his 3 acts.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to make us forget about all the bad stuff, don't you understand?
Yeah.
Leave it to one of our callers to come up with that earlier, and I think he's right. It almost worked with me. As much as I despise that bald-headed geek, it almost worked with me.
Almost.
Thanks for bringing us back to reality, sir.
Hey, you got it.
And stay out of there.
Hey, Neil, you get in it.
Okay.
Bye.
Well, I'm going to get into Davey myself. We have an open line on the purple line. You won't get on the air, but it sure be nice to see if there's a response out there now that our purple line is serving everybody from all the ships at sea and all the men and boys at home. Because women don't know how to use those things, do they? Here's Plantation. Hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir?
you know, I just understand. You used to blast this guy every day.
Oh, it's the guy with the eyes.
When he was with the
It's the
Hurricane.
guy with the eyes.
Neil.
Yeah, it's an asshole. The guy with the eyes has the audacity to call here. I've already been through that, okay? Hurricanes was one story. Now it's a professional coach, okay? Get with the program and find a life already. You promised us you were going to find a life at the last remote. You didn't do it, did you? You're still out there making insipid calls, trying to be a shot disturber. Go out there and find a life and get a new boyfriend, too, will you? Here's North Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
A couple of years ago, I read an in-depth article on Jimmy Johnson in the Herald, and there were a
Yes.
couple of facts from that article that kind of explain his success.
Yes?
One is that he has a doctorate in psychology from, I think it was University of Texas, and his dissertation was in the area of motivational psychology, which kind of explains how he can motivate people so effectively. And the second point was he has an IQ of 170.
Oh, my God.
Which puts him in the top 10 to the top 1%.
Which is like more than the collective IQ of the entire Dolphin football squad.
Which means he's up on a level probably with Marv Levy, if not smarter.
Oh, my God. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a little Jew in him somewhere, even with a name like Johnson.
Well, possibly, but that kind of explains his great success in motivating teams to national championships.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. These people don't understand that. They look at statistics, they look at numbers on a page, they listen to these so-called expert jocks on the air. They don't understand what being a leader is all about. Marv Levy took a bunch of doddering old clowns up there in Buffalo and pounded the crap out of the Dolphins and got, well into the second round of the playoffs and did one whale of a job.
He sure did.
Yep, and does it all the time.
Well, we have a coach now that can do it right here in Miami.
Okay, well, thanks for your enthusiasm, you and the other 6 of us.
Well, thanks for your program. I really like it.
Okay, see ya.
Bye-bye.
So there we go. We found a few enthusiastic people, but hey, I'm never going to do this again. The only thing I'm going to be enthused about is getting my check on payday and a few free meals here and there and the hockey, and that's it. Because they don't like this at all. They don't like this one bit. Don't ever call the show again, ever, ever, ever again, and tell me I'm negative, that I'm too much of a sourpuss, that I'm whatever. Because you love that. That's why you listen to this show. Even though it is the worst show in America. Make no mistake about that. That's what you listen for. Hostility and hysteria and whatever. But definitely don't be positive and enthusiastic about something because, I mean, seriously, this is like a little microcosm of what's wrong with this entire community. They scream and they bellyache and they carry on like this is the most important thing going in the history of the human race since Henry Flagler dropped down the railroad tracks or dropped down his pants on the tracks. And now all of a sudden they're going to get what they wanted. And it's like a day when everybody should be just in the greatest euphoria in the history of their lives. And instead, it's like, I would say a mixed bag would be a great compliment, wouldn't you? Mixed bag at best. Meanwhile, we got 130,371 for Center One. You can call Center One at 561-0078 and order your best of stuff. We got like 20 days to go. We're going to make our 150 grand. We'll be at Borders in Aventura noon to 2 this Saturday. And of course, as far as all your excitement is concerned, come on, just one last time. Are we enthused about Jimmy Johnson?
No.
Hey, Julio. Call Neil. He misses you. WIOD, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. News, talk, and entertainment radio.
No.
610 WIOD.